Welcome, Bulldog fans. We're back by unpopular demand. Ryan Heiser, 2024-25 football season kicks off tonight. We are an hour and 3 minutes delayed. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's good to be back.
Oh, man. Look at those knees. Boy, we got some drip tonight.
Oh,
dripping.
You pulled some of that.
Oh, well, it's Friday night. We're late tonight, but never too late for football.
Never too late. 20 minutes to go to kick off. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Dan, talk a little bit about keys to the game. It's a little difficult this week because we don't have the benefit of film watching a previous game, but we do have some intel. I mean, you can gather some information from juniors and sophomores last year's coming up in the ranks. What do we know about Morton's offense?
Well, here's the thing. Two perennial football programs. A lot of unknowns going into week one. What do we know about Morton is they love the run. They love the run. They don't have a lot of returning guys, but they love to double down on that run game. Look for them to come out, try to establish the run early, because that's what they're known for. If you remember 3 years ago, we'll throw it down to Ryan in a little bit, but Ryan remembers 3 years ago on the playoff road game, we went to Morton, puffed up, and they put it to us.
Well, they kicked our teeth in.
Oh, it was all run game. So they're known for that. They've got a good O-line with depth in the backfield. They got 3 running backs to look out for. We'll get into those names later. But look for the run lane. They lost a lot on the O-line. But what we know about Morton, they always reload. The other thing we don't know who's the quarterback coming in.
There's 2 or 3 options I'm hearing.
There's a couple. We know about Tate Sherman. He's 5'10". He's 155 junior. And we know about Nolan McIntyre, number 8. We'll see who starts tonight.
Well, we've also heard rumors of Isaac Davis, who's a sophomore.
A sophomore coming up. So the key is there's not a lot of that we know about Morton.
Right.
Which is a little scary, right?
I do know one thing.
What do you know?
Number 71, I don't know if he's on your list. He plays O-line, D-line. 6'5", 275. He's a beast.
He's a big boy.
He's a big one.
But let's talk a little bit, and then I'll throw it back to you for some other keys here with Morton. And you can talk about their defense, but running backs.
Yeah.
They got a 3-headed monster. They got number 3, Paul Weeks, 5'10", 200-pound senior. He played a lot last year. He ran it up a little bit on Mahomet. Now, we beat him on the opener. They also got number 25, Vian Seams.
Did we actually? I thought we lost that 20-19.
We lost it on the road. You're right.
It's right.
Thank
I think
you.
we lost that 20-19.
My first and only mistake in 2024, Chad.
It won't be the last one, but whatever.
Anyway, 5'10" senior, VM Seam. Look for him, number 25. He played against us last year as well, and they've got a running back, 5'11", 190 senior. His name's Sandon Buffington. He was a backup quarterback last year, but he's a running back now. They got 3 guys that can carry the ball, and they got that O-line that we know is going to come out strong.
Did you mention Paul Weeks, number 3?
Paul Weeks? I didn't. Tell me about Paul Weeks.
Well,
no, he was my first mention.
Okay, all right. Well, he plays both ways.
Yeah.
And I remember that name from last year.
Oh, yeah.
We called his name a lot last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me about Morton and their offense.
Well, before we do this, since you just talked about offense, let's take it down to Ryan Heiser on the field. Ryan, you heard about the opening, what challenges that they may present, what benefits that they bring to the table. What do you see in the Mahomet defense that's going to be challenging?
Hey, Chad, thanks for queuing me in here. Defense is a little unknown for the most part.
Spin around.
What we do know is that our linebacking core is incredibly strong.
Your camera's up top.
We have a returning senior, Brock Vanderveer. He's going to anchor the defense for the Bulldogs this year. But we also have Ethan Esker and Henry Wagner. So the 3 of them are going to be one heck of a combo at linebacker. They're going to be busy because we have a young defensive line. We have a freshman in Javon Tompkins. Big boy, 5'11", 305 pounds. He's going to be in the center of the D-line. And then surrounded by him will be Huey Allen, Noah Frank, and then Bo Back will be rotating in and out. But the real question mark is the defensive backs. Young, unproven, I guess you can say, unchallenged. So that's going to be curious to see how they hold up, this first game. And that'll kind of tell us how the season's going to go for the defensive backs. But again, it's really going to come back to the linebacker core, and that's the root of high school defenses as well. You see a lot of running games and running plays by the high school offenses. So the linebackers they're going to be busy, and they're going to anchor the defense.
Look a little bit over Morton's defense. It's getting hotter than tar in here, but look, Dan, I remember these guys from last year. They're crazy aggressive. They fly to the ball.
Well coached.
They're extremely well coached. They generally run a 3-2. They'll sometimes come out in a 3-4 disguised. Look for them to crowd the box. They're going to crowd the box. And here's something that I don't know if they'll do it tonight. They certainly did it in the years past. They'll play 3 over the top with a free safety. Now, that free safety will sometimes come up and he'll drop down. When he drops down, he's watching that H-back. Okay? He's going to do one of two things. He's going to watch that H-back, or he's going to be blitzing. But his coverage will look the same either way.
Right.
If he drops down and he's blitzing, which
it's all
is
about the reads.
It's 100% about the reads. If he drops down
He's
and
blitzing or he's show blitz. That means you've got a lane in the middle, and Dyer has got to look for quick strikes to get that seam.
Guys like
Hammerschmidt, Peters, whoever the H-back coming out. If that free safety's coming down, that H-back got to get out flat, or you just got to sink into the middle behind the linebacker. Their D-line. I'm talking about. Well, we're not entirely sure who's going to start on the D-line. A couple of good guesses. Got the question mark in my head is who's going to start at nose tackle. Rylan Tanner. He's a strong side defensive end. He's number 57, 6'4", 214.
200-pound senior.
Whoa. Big boy.
He's a big one. And on the other side, defensive end Ian Collins, 6'5", 205.
You know
now,
something
he
about
played
Collins.
against us last year.
You know something about Collins?
He's got my last name.
I mean, other than that, I don't know what you know.
Well, he played defensive end last year, but I would say he might be a
He
candidate
might move in.
to be a nose tackle.
Interior.
I mean, this is just guesswork, but whatever. Linebackers, to talk about them. Man, these guys will crowd. Man, they're just going to be
They like to creep.
They creep. They're shooting gaps left and right, and that's going to mean pressure for Dyer up the middle. Got to watch out for them. Linebacker, again, we said him before on offense. He plays both ways. Number 3, Paul Weeks, 5'8", 200. He's an extremely physical player. 5'8", he's low to the ground, but he's 200 pounds. Keep an eye out for him. Isaac Garza, number 23, he's 5'5", 175. He's going to be a blitzer, I think. I think they might use him in a disguised rover as a blitzer.
Just try to apply that pressure.
I've been wrong once in my life before.
Just once.
Let's see what happens. Last year, actually, he played, if I'm not mistaken, Garza played defensive back against us.
Oh, so he's an athlete.
He's an athlete. The secondary, and this is where we have to win this. They've got a pretty big defensive line. We've got to win this in the air. We got to establish the run, but we got to win this game in the air. But
It's all about tempo, Chad. It's all about tempo.
Say it again, Dan.
It's all about that tempo.
Thank you very much.
Not about that bass. It's about
Nope.
that tempo.
Yep, that's a song.
Yep.
But these guys are extremely aggressive. They're very physical. They just beat us last year. Their physicality, they just flat beat us down. Look out for number 11, Silas Steffen, 6'2", 175-pound junior.
Big boy.
And safety, number 6, Cole Rickenbacker. He's a 5'10", 170-pound senior. So 11:42 to go.
Chad,
Dan, what do we know about Mahomet's offense?
well, I hate to interrupt you, but
No, I
I'm going to
doubt
throw
you
it down to Ryan because he's got a little inside scoop on Mahomet offense. Ryan, it's all yours. Tell us what you're learning.
Yeah, Dan, there's some advantages to being a sideline reporter. So I've been down here visiting with some of the coaches. One thing that we noticed right away when the boys took the field is that tight end Ray Long. He is a senior, 6'3", 225 pounds. He's been a beast for the Bulldogs the last few years. He's got really soft hands for a big kid, and he's been playing alongside quarterback Dyer for 4 or 5 years now. So Ray is in sweatpants, which means he's not going to take the field tonight. And so that creates a little bit of an offensive challenge for our Bulldogs. But talking to the coaches, we're going to roll Gavin Hammerschmidt out to the wide receiver, tight end position. And Trey Peters will be on the outside as well. Wade Manuel and Mason Orton, we're going to see a lot of 2-slot packages. So both of those young men are going to line up in the slot. Mason and Wade are both, very good athletes, incredibly quick on their feet, and both of them have good hands as well. So, I see Luke Dyer passing the ball quite a bit this evening. One of our strongest suits is our offensive line. Guys, we have 5 returning offensive linemen to start the game tonight. We've got Tyson Finch at center. Big boy, Colton Metcalf-Pullis at 6'6", 280. We got Noah Daniels and Phillip Daniels. But right now, I've got Jack Atkins with me, and Jack Atkins is the coach's son here. He showed up earlier tonight in a Green Bay Packers jersey, and we told him that green and gold was not allowed on the field. So he changed into his Bulldog apparel here. But Jack, what are you expecting to see out of tonight's game?
I'm expecting to see our new offense go to work. We just lost Luke Johnson. Have to fill that hole. But yeah, other than that, we have a lot of returning offense, and then for defense, I think that our best core for our defense is our linebacker room. We have Ethan Esker, Brock Vanderveer, and then we have Henry Wagner. So those 3 guys, they're going to be mean, and yeah.
Great. So Jack's got some inside information living in the same household as Coach. So Jack, we really appreciate your insight. Thanks, man.
Hey,
all right, back up to you, boys.
Yeah, great report, Heiser. Great report. Hey, we're gonna talk about the keys to the game right now.
Well, just go for it. Stop talking about it.
If you know Bulldog TV, you've been with us for a few years. We've got the keys to the game. So let's talk about the keys to the game. For me, keys to the game, offensively, we got to have tempo. Coach talked about it pregame. Luke Dyer, basically a third-year guy. He played a lot of reps his sophomore year. He's a 2-year starter. He's got to maintain some exposure early, create that tempo, and strike early.
You mean composure?
Composure.
Not exposure. Exposure is what you do when you have film and you want to turn it into pictures.
Oh, we're going to expose Morton.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Defensively, we've got to stop the run early. We got to force them to pass. Let's let them DBs get tested. That's the key. Let's force them into uncomfortable positions, see what our DBs can do. I feel confident, talking to Coach earlier, the DBs are young, they're unproven, but they've been performing well in practice. So this will be a good game to get them tested, but we've got to take care of the run and force the pass early. What do you think?
Well, you not only have to – so on the offensive side, I think you're absolutely right, but I think you also have to establish the run. If you're one-sided in pass only, these, as I said just a few minutes ago, these DBs are extremely aggressive.
They play up.
They're going to be playing up. They're going to be showing you disguised coverage. You have to mix in that run, in my opinion, Dan.
You have one.
Well, everyone's got one.
Yeah.
What, are you kidding me? Let's see. On the defensive side, you've got to find a way early to shut down this run.
Oh,
you
that's the key.
absolutely
That's
have
the key.
to.
And there's no
force
excuse. There's no, despite the rain, if you guys aren't from around Mahomet, you're just tuning in. We got a lot of rain, but the field held up really well.
Did it though?
Let's go down to Ryan. Ryan, give us a field report.
On the field.
We stood in that rain. What's the field like?
This end of the window, we believe we have.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
You
sir.
got it.
Okay, we have technical difficulties every once in a while, but the field held up really well, guys. I mean, the rain started at, 6:30. The game was delayed by an hour and a half, mostly due to lightning. IHSA rules, tell us that if you see lightning strike, you have to wait 30 minutes before you can start the game. So we are following IHSA rules, but the field conditions itself, August was dry. So even though we got a lot of that rain, it soaked into the field and drained well. I was out, right at the pregame show, and the field is solid. I mean, the grass is obviously wet, and so it'll be a little slick, but the field itself is in good shape. So I anticipate a great night of football.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, this field crew did a nice job getting this field ready. They've watered the grass. That crown is ideal for a rain. A lot of people say, "Oh, the Mahomet field it's too crowned. It's too crowned." Nights like tonight, we're not playing without that crown. That water sheds nicely. The kids like the grass. If you play football, or if you've ever played football, Chad, I know you played football in college.
I took a snap.
You like natural turf, and this is football.
No, I actually like natural grass. I don't like turf. There's
That's
no
natural
such thing.
turf.
Chad, I'm curious. When you
Both knees, and thank you for pointing that out, Ryan Heiser.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
He has a little bit more information than most. Dan, I don't know if you're like me,
Yeah.
but we're up here. We're trying to pay attention to the game. Phone's blowing up.
Yeah.
All kinds of friends sending stuff on things
which
we
we
ought to
love.
we ought to try to work in
We love that.
to the broadcast.
We love it.
You get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And
All
I'd
night.
just like to make an official announcement.
Make it.
I can't say those things on air, so people just leave me alone. 4:40 to
keep
go
it PG. Keep it
until
PG.
kickoff.
We'll work it in if you keep it PG, but we get paid well for this job, so we got to
Well,
keep it PG.
we get a bottle of water.
And by the way, welcome Morton fans to the broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in as well. We thank you for hanging in and tuning in. We've got home opener here at Frank Dutton Field. The boys are lining up. We're 4 minutes, 16 seconds until kick. We're back.
We're back. Let's do everyone a favor as the Bulldogs take their side of the field. Ryan, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back for kickoff.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project. FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
Thank you very much. Diana's here in the crowd with us tonight, and if you see her, reach out to her. At this time, we'd like everyone to remain standing, face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Honor America for the national anthem. All right, folks, we're back. We're ready for Friday Night Football. It's a couple hours delayed, hour and a half exactly, 8:55. We're getting ready to kick. Hey, we got to thank our sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. Bulldog TV doesn't happen without the following. Dr. Andrew White, these are elite-level sponsors. Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Jackson Quality Construction, Mid-America Mark, Subway of Mahomet, our premier-level sponsors, First Bank of Forest. Our champion-level sponsors include Blager Concrete and the Illinois Army National Guard. Folks, we got Friday Night Football. They're 12 minutes on the clock. We're a little delayed, but we're ready to roll. The crowd filled in nicely. It's blackout night. Bulldogs will kick things off. Jackson Davis on the kick. Back deep for Morton. We have Alexander. And it looks like, Chad, we got Cole Rickenberg, the senior, back deep for the Potters.
That's right.
Jackson Davis, of course, returning from last year. He's getting ready to kick things off for this 2024 season. Chad, it's good to be back.
Football, boys.
And the kick is off. It's a short one. It goes to the up back. He takes it. He's got no room there. Tackled down by a couple dogs, including number 40. That's Tristan Nilsson for the Dogs, and that's where the Potters from Morton will pick up first and 10 on their 30, let's call it 32-yard line.
Yeah, we can call it whatever we want. No one else is paying attention, Dan.
No, the camera work's not that good, is it, RZ? Actually, it is pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like some discussion with the coach early on. And our mystery about who the quarterback's going to be is about to be solved.
Yes, sir. It's like number 12, Chad.
Yeah.
You called it.
Mystery solved.
You
Isaac
called it.
Davis, the sophomore, 6 foot 185.
Sophomore.
He's going to bring it out.
Sophomore.
Look at number 77, Oliver Donnell, 6'3", 220. He's a big one. And are they going to run it?
Well, you know they are.
Well, they got stacked trips to the field side. He ties a snap, and they take a handoff, and the Bulldogs are there to get him right away for a loss of 3.
Okay, dokie. Good start for the Dogs.
Is that 59? Is that Bo back?
Bo back. He's
Yeah.
filling in. He's
Okey
filling in
dokey.
tonight. He's filling in, coming up strong on the play there. Brings up 2nd and 11, loss of 1.
Another high snap to Isaac. Handoff up the middle to number 9. That's going to be Shondon Buffington. And there's a
little
crowd
extracurricular. A little extracurricular. It's early days.
Yeah, they're looking for Friday Night Laundry already. Come on, everyone take a deep breath.
Once again, Bo back, penetrated nicely there. And you know who came up to finish it off? Brock Vanderveer. We're going to call his name a lot, number 2. One of those returning linebackers. 3rd down and 11.
Challenging snaps. Buffington goes in motion. He throws the ball to Buffington behind the line of scrimmage. Hit once, hit twice, and about to the original line of scrimmage. That should bring up 4th in about 9.
Connor on the stop there. Connor Wilson came up from the secondary. He read that. Brings up 4th down. Good stop by Connor to read that. Brings out the punt return team. That's Hammerschmidt.
Hammers in.
Yep, Hammerschmidt. He's a threat. And Trey Zobrist will be the punter for Morton. Hammerschmidt back deep. BG, he's in the up back position. Braden Garrett. Bulldogs with a quick 3-and-out, Chad, just like you want to see. The punt from Zobrist is a good one. Doesn't get the rollie once, goes out of bounds.
41.
And we'll take over at the 41. 3-and-out, that's what you want on home opener. We'll see this offense. Let's see if they can cook. Dyer and that vaunted offense come out on the field, Chad. You got Trey Peters you got to worry about. He's on our near side.
Channing Byers is going to come in.
Trey, the senior, 3-year starter, number 1. Look for him, 6'6", 225. He's got a lot of college interest. They're going to key on him. Zobrist on him. He just punted it.
2 to the top of your screen. Hammerschmidt looks like he wants to come in motion. Dyer sets it now. And he does come in motion. 2 people come in motion now. They split the sides.
It's Channing Byard in the up back.
And a quick quarterback around. He's going to try to go deep.
Oh, he's got him. He's
got Hammerschmidt.
He's got
20.
him. Nobody.
20.
Let him cook, boys. Let him cook, boys.
Touchdown, Bulldog.
1 and done, baby. 1 and done.
Dan.
Luke Dyer's cooking. He's cooking early.
They send motion from the opposite side. Dyer rolls to his left like he's going there. Rolls
Perfect
out of the
play
pocket.
call. Perfect play
Hammerschmidt.
call. They were focusing on Trey. That safety shaded to Trey, and Hammer gets free for the touchdown.
Well, look.
Great job by Luke Dyer to sell that fake.
Offensive coordinator.
Burner,
thank you. Burner was telling us early. You gotta, if you account for Peters, you've got to double down on somebody else.
You've got to double down. Jackson Davis on the point after. Hammer with the hold. We'll go down live to Heiser right after this. The kick is up, and the kick is way good. Heiser, what'd you see? 1 play, 1 score. What do you got?
Well, Dan, it was a pretty impressive series here for the Bulldogs. We come out early with a tough defense. You know, the sophomore quarterback there struggled in his first series. You know, they tried to get the run game going on the first 2 drives. That didn't happen. Short pass, that got stopped. So, but Dyer there on the rollout, you know, bootlegs it, chucks it downfield. Hammerschmidt all the way with the touchdown. Great play. Fireworks early in the game. That's what you want to see out of a home football game.
You got it, Ryan. You got it, Ryan. 2 minutes in, we get a 3-and-out and a score. You couldn't ask for a better start to this Friday night football game. A late start, no less, but an early start offensively for the Dogs.
Well, you know, Morton struggled a little bit with 3 high snaps out of the gate.
Yeah, getting those
going to
jitters.
Isaac Davis.
Little jitters.
I was surprised to see them pass into the flat so early.
So Davis will kick. They'll kick things off to the Potters for their second possession. It's a good kick. And it looks like Alexander will field it. He fumbles it, and he covers it up. But he's right down there at the 22. That was number 40 for your Dogs. That's Tristan Nelson again. He's trying to get special teams dog of the day. Johnny on the spot. Tristan Nelson right there ready to go. Looks like Morton's a little nervy early.
You're starting a sophomore quarterback. He's in fairness to him, he's had some bad snaps out of the gate.
Yes.
Give him just a little bit of time. Let's see if he settles in here.
Well, you know they're not going to give up on the run, Chad. They're going to try to establish that run because that's what they're known for. They got a good O-line, even though they're young. Well-coached O-line. Davis, the quarterback.
Stack trips to the right. That would be the top of your screen. Another high snap. Isaac's going to keep it, and he is hammered. The helmet comes off at the 31.
Whoa.
And absolutely pancaked.
Whoa.
Hope he's all right. He's going to have to come off, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and that'll mean Nolan McIntyre is going to come in for at least a snap.
Sindon Buffington has the running back. We
I
wondered.
Shondon, but
Shondon's the running back. We wondered who would start. Another high snap.
Fumble, and the Bulldogs recover it.
We're going the other way.
At the Potters' 27-yard line.
We're going the other way.
Just like that. You got to think, I can't see who the center is, but you got to think they're going to replace him. That's 5 high snaps in the shotgun.
And guess who got that recovery? Bo Back.
Oh.
Bo Back, the sophomore.
Back.
The
Bo's
sophomore.
back, and he's in the chair.
Bo's back. He's taking the chair. Getting an opportunity, taking advantage of that opportunity, Bo Back. And you know what? It's Bulldog football, and it's on the 25.
Well, triples in motion. That's going to be number 25, Cade Ashby, sets up in the backfield. They're split left and right. 2 to the bottom side of your screen. Handoff goes to Ashby. He's hit, still on his feet, still rolling down to the 21-yard line.
Great run.
That'll bring up second down.
Great run. Chad, we talked about that O-line, all 5 returning. On that one, big Noah Daniels, 6'1", 205 junior, led the way for Cade. It's a luxury to have all 5 returning linemen back, and we're going to see him kind of pound it here. You got to imagine we're gonna run again.
And he does. Ashby again, still driving, and the offensive line is helping him down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, O-line wants to eat right now. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook, Chet.
That's what they say. Mason Morton.
They're going tempo here. We talked about tempo. They're going fast.
And Hammerschmidt. Handoff goes again. I believe that's going to be Ashby on the carry as well.
You know, we don't talk a lot about the center. We haven't, but he's a 3-year starter, Tyson Finch. He gets everything started, literally and figuratively. Tyson Finch, the center, 3-year starter. What a luxury to have him right there with Dyer.
Well, now we're split left and right. You've had Wade Manuel come in for the Bulldogs. Dyer looks over the defense. Drops back. He's got pressure from the outside. Rips it downside.
Too easy.
And no signal. There it is.
That's
Touchdown,
too easy.
Bulldogs.
That's too easy.
That's got to be to Peters.
That's Trey Peters.
Well, he just went up to about Pluto and grabbed that.
Well, he went up to the 3rd story because he can.
Clear mismatch there.
Because he can. He's 6'6". You can't guard that. Trey Peters, just get it up to him. Luke did a nice job of getting it up high. Trey did the work.
Well, he didn't throw that ball flat, and that's the key to that is let your receiver go up and get it.
Go get it, and Trey will go get it.
Well, apparently he did, Dan.
Well, he did, and we're up by 13. We'll try to get the point after here. Jackson Davis, point after, hammer with the hold. Snap is a high one. He gets it down, and it's still good. 14-0. Early, only 3 minutes in.
Oh, man.
Bulldogs.
Running out of things to say this early, Dan.
Well, with that, let's take it down to Heiser. Let's see what he has to say. Ryan, what you got?
Hey, guys, just as previously mentioned there, Bo Back having a great start to his varsity season here. But I'm not sure that he does it without Javon Tompkins. Javon's centered here in the defensive line. And Javon, I think, takes up 2 offensive linemen every time the ball gets snapped. So that gives Bo a little extra freedom to run and get behind the offensive line and make some plays. So Bulldogs get the turnover early in that set of downs. And then we see Cade Ashby come out. And those folks that watched the games last year, you know, our starting running back, Luke Johnson, got injured. Cade came in relief, started a couple of games, and earned his stripes. So what I can tell right away, just on 2 carries, he is going to be an angry runner, and that's what you need in high school football.
That's Rickenbacher on the return. It's a decent return. Fights off a couple tackles. The senior, Cole Rickenberger, brings it up to about the 26-yard line, we'll call it. That's where Morton will take over. And Morton, a little shell-shocked.
Little shell shock the other game. I want to just point one out. Heiser brought up Javon Tompkins.
Just a freshman, Chad.
He's a freshman. He's 5'11", 305. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight.
All season
and
long.
for the next 3 years. And let's see who checks in here tonight.
This kid takes up a
series.
lot of space, doesn't he? To Ryan's point, he takes up a lot of space and attention.
Isaac Davis back in. It's an end around. He cuts it back in. Behind the linebackers, he'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. A lot of extracurricular activity happening.
Yeah,
No flags yet.
That was Buffington, the senior. Good run by him. 8-yard gain brings up 2nd and 2. That time they found a little gap. Nice little gain brings up actually 2nd and 2.
Snap goes again. Buffington up the middle. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper on the out.
Oh, he's got room. He's got lots
at the
of room.
50. He's showing him the bottom of his cleats. He's going to take this one to the house.
Yep, the
Touchdown, Morton. Potters.
The sophomore.
He has some wheels.
Well, he got the edge, and I don't know what happened to our safety. He must have got sucked in on that run game. Morton does a nice job of getting to the edge, and you know what? The sophomore, Isaac Davis, does the rest. And that's not exactly what you needed when you got all the momentum. Morton finding a little life here, but it's early days.
It's early, but this is exactly what we thought would happen. They're going to try to establish the run, and all 3 of their quarterbacks are quick. They'll run quarterback keepers.
Chad, I think they're going for 2 here. Maybe not.
Oh, they're
maybe
showing
not. They're doing the old okey doke.
Yeah, the old okey doke.
That's Dane. Yep, Dane Kassier is going to line up to kick for the point after. They got us fooled for a second. Snap's good. The kick's up.
Oh.
And the kick's good.
He kicked that one to Mansfield.
All of a sudden, we got a 7-point game after that run by Davis.
That's what you call a BG, Dan.
A ball game.
A ball game.
We got a BG. So we'll see what that kick return looks like.
If you're Burner right now,
yes, sir.
What are you calling first snap?
I'm taking our O-line. I'm going to let Ashby do some work early. I'm going to kind of lull him to sleep, and then I'm going to get Dyer on a rollout again and see what he can do with those receivers like Hammer. We haven't talked about Orton yet, and Trey Peters deserves a lot of attention on the outside. So I think you start out, you get a couple runs in, you see where it lands you, and then you open it up a little.
I hope you don't mind that I totally disagree with that.
I don't care.
I think you take a shot right now and test them. Test those defensive backs.
That's fine. That's fine. A lot of two-way players. We talk about this over the last 3-4 years. Mahomet has the luxury of not playing both ways. A lot of teams they play do. Here's the kickoff, and it's a good one. It's fielded by Ashby. Ashby finds a little room, but he'll be down. He'll be tackled by a whole host of Potters.
And
loses a helmet.
Off. When's the last time we've seen 2 helmets come off in one game?
I don't know. Get some new straps, boys. Like, that shouldn't happen, Chad. Strap it up. Yeah, that was Braden Garrett. That was Braden Garrett on the return. So Bulldogs will take over here at the 22. This is their first drive where they got to do a little bit of work. Obviously, the Hammerschmidt touchdown early. But now they got some work to do here on this drive. 7:33 left in the first.
And Ashby goes in. He's going to pass it to Ashby out in the flat. He's got a blocker, but there's a flag right there. I believe that's going to be holding.
Little
that came
laundry.
out really quickly.
Little laundry on the field. Officials talking about it.
Yeah, that's going to be holding that quickly.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are stepping back. That'll be 5 yards. It is a hold on the home team.
Well, those are the penalties Atkins talked about when we met with them last week. You want to avoid, particularly early in the game, but in the game as a whole.
Well, you see Manuel out there. He's a threat. We haven't talked about him yet. Wade Manuel, really speedy guy, plays the slot. We got Mason Orton on the wide side, opposite of Trey. They go into that, looks like a run formation. They got 2 receivers.
And it's a fake run formation. He steps up in the pocket, does Dyer, whips it across the middle. It's thrown a little bit low, but Hammerschmidt was there.
Incomplete.
Now he was scrambling out of that pocket, trying to throw off of his right foot.
No, Luke did a nice job of stepping up and evading the tackle. He just couldn't get that pass off like he wanted to. It's incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 17 after that penalty on first down.
Well, from their own 15, Dyer will try to string something together here.
No help on the near side with Orton here, Chad. No safety help at all.
Massive shift. And they're in a man. There's only one safety over the top showing Rover. That tells me look out for the blitz. Of course, we've got Hammerschmidt out there. We've got Manuel Wade.
It's Wade Manuel, but whatever.
You know who I'm talking about. And there's going to be a false start.
You don't want to see that. Yeah, you don't want to see
that. Two back-to-backs. Hey, clear eyes and full hearts, as a friend of mine just told me.
Amen. You know what? That'll put them back. We're going to be 2nd and 22 when we get things going. They stay in that same formation. They're going to go quick. A lot of threats to the near side.
And look for that blitz from the far side. Now they're going to double down. And it's an inside screen that doesn't develop.
It just didn't develop, Chad. Like Hammerschmidt didn't commit all the way. Luke wasn't sure about it. It just never did develop. And give credit to number 3 for the Potters. That is Paul Weeks. We talked about him pregame. The senior read it all the way. Brings up 3rd and a long 22.
3rd and 22, 6:58 in the first quarter. Dyer looking over. He's got a set of 4 receivers. And he's going to rip it. It looks like it's going to Peters. And at the first down marker, incomplete. And they're going to have to end up punting from their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good hold for the Potters. They had Peters. He just couldn't haul it in. It was a tough kind of comeback pass. Luke had him. Peters just couldn't haul it in.
They're not lining up and punt unless it's going to be a quick punt.
No, they're known for this, Chad. Don't you remember last year? Luke's the punter.
He's going to do that.
Yeah, Luke's the punter. Back deep for the Potters. He barely gets that baby off, and that is Julian Alexander. Julian fields it. He misses one guy, now 2. He's still got some room up the sideline. And a good takedown, but not before about a 10-yard gain for Alexander. They'll take over at the 45 in Bulldog territory. Chad, this is a big stop early with 6:39 left in the first. I know it's early, but we need a stop here. We need to regain momentum. Get the ball back into Dyer's hands here.
And you got to think that Morton's going to come out and try to reestablish the run.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. They know now that they can get on the edge. They know that Mahomet's looking for runs, so look for some more trick plays. Some counters, some bootlegs. That's what seems to be working.
So Isaac Davis and Shondon Buffington in the backfield. You've got Paul Weeks set wide. Another high snap. It's a read option. He goes to the up back, Buffington, and he'll be stopped for a loss of 2.
Noah Frank now on the field, and Noah with a big stop. 3-year returner, Noah Frank from the linebacking position, comes up there, makes a nice stop. What is the high snap has got to get under control if you're Morton's coach.
Or it presents an opportunity for a fumble recovery.
1,000,000%. The sophomore quarterback's doing a nice job of gathering those high snaps, but it's high snap after high snap. It buys us a little bit more time to get stops.
Julian Alexander sets up in the H-back. All tight except one. Another high snap and just a miss.
Brock.
Tackle by Vandermeer.
Yeah, Brock was right there.
Backfield.
Brock was right there applying pressure.
Well, we said this early.
It was actually Wagner that ends up with a stop.
We said this early. The linebackers are going to have to stop this run and get in the face in the backfield.
Well, let's face it. The 3 linebackers for Mahomet are the core. They're the heart and the soul of this defense. 3 guys that have played on a lot of high-level games.
Well,
big stop there from Henry Wagner.
Buffington goes out with a quick injury. Vian Seams, if I'm saying that right, sets up in the backfield, and the refs want to talk something over.
But again, we talked about it. Brock came up, that linebacking core, Vanderveer, Noah Franks, Henry Wagner, those guys have been in the trenches. They're the heart and soul. Brock applied the pressure, made him force the run outside, and Wagner did the rest. 3rd and 8. Sideline warning is what we had there, Chad.
Couldn't tell who that was on. Now they've got a 4-receiver set as Isaac Davis sets up. Another high snap. Davis will roll out to his right. Pressure, and he's going to roll it outside. Incomplete.
That's
pressure
tough pass.
Again by, that's going to be Vanderveer.
Brocky.
Vanderveer again in the backfield early.
Yeah, no, Brock is going to do it. That's a senior for you. Brock, captain. He's going to make every play count. He applied the pressure, and he put pressure on that sophomore. That's a hard throw to make to the far side. They call that the field side, Chad. The field side is a hard throw to make at the high school level. Brings up 4th and 8. Big play here for the Dogs.
Rickenbacker and Sanders sets up. Rickenbacker in motion. So they've got a try receiver set to the top of your screen.
The DB is going to get tested right here.
Isaac's a little bit confused. He calls the up back up, and that's going to probably be a delay of game.
Delay game.
In the booth with us, none other than Jack.
Excuse me. Mr. Atkins.
Jack Atkins. And that's going to be a timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with you after this.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs.
All right, we're back, guys. 4th and 13 after the penalty. 5:10 left. It's going to be a punt. Hammers deep. Braden Garrett looking to field it. They're going to let it go wisely. Brock Vanderveer just pancaked somebody, which is awesome.
Well, let me just say something. We mentioned his name early, but one of the only ways that Vanderveer is able to get in that backfield so quickly is Javon Tompkins. He's locking up in that A and B gap.
Just a freshman. Just a freshman. We talked about the value that Jack Gallier brought to this team over the last 3 years. I feel like Javon might be the next guy up. These Bulldogs, especially on the defensive side. 4:57. We're still in the first quarter. 14-7 Bulldogs.
Well, you've got everyone back there. Channing Byers checks in. 2 receiver set. It's a quarterback keeper to the left side. And he mows over somebody. He'll pick up about 6. That looked like it came out in the Wildcat.
I was going to say that was very Wildcat-like. They snapped direct to Hammer. Hammer, the athletic guy, likes to move him around, get your playmakers in space. Hammer did a nice job getting 6 yards, brings up 2nd and 4.
Mason Orton, Wade Manuel to the Bulldog side, set as receivers. Cade Ashby in the backfield, in motion from the far side. Comes Hammerschmidt. Snap goes back to Dyer. He looks, steps up in the pocket.
Nothing doing.
And just zips it to Trey Peters down to the 36-yard line.
How about that from Trey? And a little Mahomes-like action from Luke Dyer, the old sidearm. He's a pitcher, too. And a basketball player. He went sidearm for the completion. 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs.
Looks back. That's going to intended pass. It's Mason Orton.
In and out. You want to see Mason secure that for the easy 5-yard gain. But you know what? First game jitters. 4:34 left. 2nd and 10 for your Dogs.
They're going to go with an empty backfield. It's going to be a 5-receiver set. 1 safety over the top. They're showing close blitz. Steps up, and it's the same thing we saw earlier. Trey Peters.
Open. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Players make plays. Players make plays, Chad.
Well, strike to Trey Peters. That's going to bring up a 1st down at the 41-yard line, 20-yard reception. Inside bubble screen to Hammerschmidt. He's got a block up front, still on his feet across the 35 down to the 34.
It's all about tempo, Chad. Right now they're hurry-up offense. They're doing the tempo thing. We talked about it pregame. We got to have tempo. They're doing it right now. You got 5 out. When you got, well, it's 4 out this play, but earlier, you know you got to guard Trey Peters one-on-one. That's a problem.
Across the middle goes Peter again.
Another 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs.
Well, that time Trey Peters set up in the H-back position, and it's an inside bubble screen to Hammerschmidt.
A whole host of Morton Potters on the stop there, Chatty. Brings up 2nd and about 6. I like the tempo. I like the pace for the Dogs. That was Wade Manuel on the reception.
Number 6. He'll come out. In for him will go Mason Orton. Trey Peters now comes to the near side, sets up in a stack trip formation. Ashby in the background. That's actually a backfield, Dan.
Same thing, only different.
It goes to Ashby, and they were met
It's a
right
keeper.
there, still on his feet, and it's going to come back for a hold.
Yeah, it's going to come back.
Right at the line of scrimmage. I
Dyer
believe
with the
that's-
keeper and the touchdown, but that's coming back.
Yeah, I think that's actually going to go against Channing Byers. On the
Yeah, I
hold.
think Byers got his arm out a little bit, got the hold on the block.
Great call. Drawn up. With 3:11 to go in the first quarter, seems like it's taken longer than it should. Of course, there's a lot of passes going on this first quarter.
First quarter seems like hours, doesn't it?
No, what seems like hours was the delay, Dan. It's 9:23 Central Time.
You're normally asleep by now.
Yes. I'm in REM sleep at this point.
I'm glad you're here, Chad. I'm glad you're awake. Brings up, second and 14. Dyer deep. Ashby beside him. Trey single side. They give to Ash. It's a reverse. Hammer's got it. He finds an edge. Not much doing there. He gets a couple yards, but that'll bring up third.
Well, this is why that didn't work. They were blitzing 2 on the edge. That safety we talked about in pregame, that free safety was up on that blitz. They like to blitz 5 and 6 at a time.
Yes, sir. 2:42 left, 3rd and 11 here. Big down for the Dogs.
Close trips to the near side. Peters all alone. 3rd down. Dyers looks out, drops back, and here comes a blitz again. And he escapes it, rips it down. He's got a man.
What a catch
for a first down.
What a catch.
The 11-yard line. Can't quite tell yet who that is.
Mason
I think it's gonna
Orton.
be Mason Orton.
He went up top and grabbed that one.
I don't know
Just
if
when
that
you
was
need it.
his intended route, but he came out, he saw Dyer was in trouble, and came back to the quarterback.
Luke Dyer did a nice job of staying composed. He evaded the tackler, would-be tackler, found some space, found his boy Orton for a first down, 1st and goal.
And we've got
for the Dogs.
meat in the backfield.
The old Diesel.
And we're lucky we didn't get a false start there. It'll do nothing, maybe a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, I think that was Brock Vanderveer. That's the Diesel package we know all about. Nothing doing there, though.
Yeah, checking in is going to be number 38, Braden Garrett.
Yeah, they'll bring BG back in. Stay in that Diesel package, I think, Chad.
I think you look to pass out of this.
Maybe. They're still in that tight formation.
And they do.
Got him.
Right across the middle.
Channing Myers.
Channing Myers. Touchdown Bulldogs. I called it.
He's bussing.
Get me on the board.
Get him on the board. Channing Byers, the up back, little rollout from Dyer, finds some space, finds Channing, finds a touchdown. Bulldogs, 6 points.
Well, we thought they might, out of that Diesel package, implement a pass.
They had
just didn't
so
know they were going to do
much
it that
creeping
early.
up, so much creeping up from Morton, and they took full advantage.
Noah Daniels checks in.
Okay, the big boy. It's like Jackson Davis set to kick. Hammer on the hold. Old Finchy on the snap. Snap's a good one. The hold's a good one. And the kick's a good one.
Wow, there's 3 good ones in one play, Dan.
And we'll take a lead, 21-7, Bulldogs. 1:30 left to go. Hey, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back. Let's take it down to the Godfather, Ryan Heiser. Ryan, give us a recap of that drive.
It was a great drive. There's no question about that. The first quarter has been good. I mean, Bulldogs lead this thing 21-7. And after our first couple of possessions and scores, you saw the Bulldog defense sputter a little bit. Morton broke it off to the sidelines and rushed it in for a touchdown. we saw similar plays in the 2021 playoffs when Seth Glass was taking it to the edge and we couldn't contain. So hopefully they don't figure that one out and they continue to gain momentum. But the Bulldogs responded well with a great scoring drive, Channing Byers in the end zone there. Dyer looked sharp. I mean, they marched the ball down 80 yards, and they had about 70 yards in passing. So Bulldog offense looking good.
You're right. Early days here, but Bulldog offense looking sharp. Defense a little dicey there for a drive, but all in all, pretty good first quarter.
Did you see the bobbled kickoff?
Yeah, that was Silas Steffen, the junior, who bobbled it.
Yeah, we had a little extracurricular activity, which will be called on the Morton team.
Still only the first quarter, Chad.
Are we ever going to get to halftime? I need to go down to the snack stand and get a glizzy, as the kids would say.
A little glizzy?
Huh?
A little extra hot sauce on that glizzy, Chad?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Hey, you know what? Make it 2 glizzies. Just for the kids.
Okay, let's get back to the game.
1:27 left in this first.
Isaac
We got a
Davis
long
again.
time
We got
before it's
motion.
glizzy time.
Handoff. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper.
Okay, defense.
They're really trying to establish that run in misdirection early.
Okay, defense. That was Henry Wagner coming up on the edge from the linebacking position, along with a couple other big guys. Again, Javon filling up all kinds of space, causing all kinds of problems for that Morton offense. Another high snap.
Another play action again, and he'll get it across the 10 to the 11-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. And I don't know. What does
9.
that make it, 9?
Well, you know what? Noah Frank on the tackle, but again, these linebackers better take Javon out for dinner. If anybody deserves a glizzy,
It's Javon.
it's Javon. Get that boy a glizzy at halftime because he is filling up space in the middle.
Yeah, Buffington trying to get in the ear of the referee. And there's a quick pass to the outside to Buffington. There's a flag on the field. That happened very quickly.
Yeah, it did.
And I got to think that's going to be offsides on Mahomet.
Well, because it was quick, you wonder. Paxton O'Malley on the edge there on the corner brings him down, but that was a decent game from Morton. We'll see what the
Well, if it was false
penalty.
start, they would have whistled it dead.
They're talking about it.
And waiting for the call here. And he's going to pick his flag up. There will be no call.
Nothing doing.
And that'll bring up 3rd down in about, no, that should be a first at this point.
3rd and maybe less than 1.
No. That should be a 1st down, and it is. They're moving the chains there. 27 seconds to go in the first quarter, 21-7. Bulldogs on top of Morton.
Oh, they got a 1st down.
Yeah, thanks for joining the broadcast.
You're
again,
welcome.
Dan.
Yep, you're welcome. I'm here.
Buffington sets up. High snap. It's an end around. Hit quickly across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And that's going to go to number 11. That's going to be Silas Steffen.
How many times are we going to say high snap tonight, you think?
Well, there's 6 already.
Noah Frank on the stop for the Dogs.
Trips to the top of your screen, single to the bottom. Buffington in the back.
Showing blitz.
Isaac drops back for a quick slant and
Oh,
nearly picked off at
baby.
the 25. That's going to be pass interference.
A little
Yeah,
handsy.
that's going to go on A.J. Damos, I think.
Yep, AJ playing that tight coverage. We showed blitz. AJ get a little handsy and gets called for the PI.
Oh, handsy.
A little handsy. Good press coverage. AJ, of course, the senior, 6'1", 175.
Or is it? Mahomet's walking back up. What's the call? Yeah, there they go. Now they're walking it back.
Yeah, I mean, it could have went either way there.
And that should bring us to the end of the quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
It will.
Let's see if they flip-flop us or give us one more play. Should be
it. They're going to wind it right here.
Should be one play because it was a penalty as time expired, I believe.
You're right.
Buffington in motion. Back to Davis. Another high snap. Stunt to the outside. Inside. Oh, wow. That was for Julian Alexander.
I feel like he heard footsteps. His hands came down as
Yeah,
he heard
I think
it.
he didn't want any part of that linebacker.
Nah, he felt the Riz coming. Felt the Riz.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back with Chris Roberts in the booth.
3 is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Well, back here at the start of the second quarter, let's take it down to Ryan Heiser, who's down on the 20-yard line. And I believe he has some stats for us here at the end of the first quarter. Ryan?
Hey, guys, it was a great first quarter there for the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. Looking at the first quarter stats here, very impressive. Dyer went 9 of 13 for 159 yards. The Bulldogs added 18 yards on the ground for a total of 177 yards offensively. They were a little quick to pick up some penalties. We got a total of 4 penalties for 33 yards. That's going to cost us later on in the season, so hopefully the boys can clean that up. Morton held to 93 yards altogether. And if you take out the sophomore quarterback's run for a touchdown, I think we've held them to about 10 to 15 yards total, guys.
Yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff from Heiser as they walk off with another penalty for the Dogs there. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's going to be, well, it has to be pass interference. And that came from both the back judge and the judge behind the safety. And Mahomet showing blitz. And
Another
it's a
tough
quarterback
snap.
keeper. It's actually an option to the outside. He's going to be the number 6, Cole Rickenberger, sorry. And he'll get across the 30 to the 27-yard line. 28's where they'll mark it.
Yeah, Isaac Davis did a nice job getting the ball out of his hands. He got to the edge there again to his guy, Rickenbacher, the senior, who picks up a first down. First and 10 for Potters.
Now Vian Sims is in, and it's a handoff again to Julian Alexander, and he's met pick up maybe 1 or 2 on that.
Yeah, Henry Wagner met him right at the line.
They like to get on that edge. That's a big change we've seen in just 3 quick plays. They're trying to hit that edge and not going up the center.
That's where they've had some success.
2nd and 8, 11-10 to go in the half, 21-7. Bulldogs on top. Morton is threatening here. And they've got to stack back. And it's a quarterback keeper option. Again, it's a fumble. Bulldogs have the recovery and throw. Oh, no.
Nope. Morton ends up with it.
Oh, it's a fumble and a fumble.
It's
Morton.
2 fumble. It's a double fumble. Oh, boy.
Talk about your all-time takebacks.
Wow. Tell you what, Caleb Collins had that baby in his hands, and he got so excited he puked it up.
He puked the ball up.
But that's okay. Good stop, 3rd and 15.
Well, it's a loss in either case from their own 34. Davis takes an awkward snap. He rolls to his left, and he's going to try for the
Broken up
great
nicely.
defense.
Broken up nicely. Hey, we've got a new segment on the show.
What is it?
It's called the Chris Roberts Dad Joke of the Game. Chris Roberts, you're going to say the joke. We were going to ask our viewers to guess the punchline. So, Chris, take it away. What is the premise of the joke?
Okay, well, I've heard the Potters or the Hogs now. So, with the weather being a little wet out there tonight before we started, with all the rain.
A little wet.
Okay.
So what's the punchline, viewers? Guess at home. What's the punchline? It's a little wet.
With the Hogs. Yeah.
What's the end of that joke?
There you
Chris
go.
Roberts' Dad Joke of the Game. Okay. We'll bring it to you at the Chris Roberts Halftime Show. We're back live, though.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Speaking of the Hogs, they're marching.
Well, that was just a great pass by Isaac Davis over the shoulder. And the only place that his receiver, I believe that was going to be Julian Alexander, caught it. Another
high
high
one.
snap. Quarterback keeper off the right side. He's
Oh,
going
they
to
got
raid it into
something.
the end zone
That's
for
a touchdown. Yep, Isaac Davis takes a high snap. He found a seam. He did the rest. Another touchdown for Davis. That's 2 on the night. Brings the Hogs within 1 score. Bulldogs getting tested defensively. Isaac Davis showing that he can handle it as a sophomore. A little bit of a threat back there.
Wouldn't have expected a quarterback keeper with a loaded backfield.
They're trying to take advantage of that Bulldog pressure up front in the box, and they're doing a good job this last couple drives. Here comes the point after. That's Dane Kassier, the kicker. Buffington with the hold. The snap is a good one. Kassier's up. And it's good. We got a 7-point game. 10 minutes left in this quarter, Chad. Why don't we take a quick break? We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
All right, folks, we're back. 10 minutes left to go. Morton with a nice drive there, brings it within 7. Dane Kassier, the senior, set to kick. Hammer deep, along with Braden Garrett. Or is that Ashby? I can't tell. We'll find out in a minute. It's a great kick.
That's going to be Garrett, and that's going to come out to the 35-yard line. Well, what turned out to be a missed turnover opportunity turned into a touchdown for the Potters. That's unfortunate. And we've seen a little bit of slow in momentum here. Hopefully the Bulldogs come out here.
Well, Coach talked about it last week. He said this was going to be some ups and downs if we weather the storm, no pun intended.
Oh, we
no
already
pun
did.
intended. We weathered the first one.
Yeah.
But he knew there was going to be more with this Morton program. And he knows that these guys are up for it. Got that offense back on the field here with 10 minutes left. Plenty of time to march down the field.
And they're going to set it up on the south hash. That'll be the closest one to you as you're looking at the screen. Channing Byers, Kate Ashby, both in the backfield. In motion comes Hammer. It goes to motion. It goes to Hammer. Hits the outside. He cuts it back in. He's got the first down across the 45 to – they're going to mark that at the 47-yard line for a Bulldogs first down.
Yeah, really good cutback by Hammer. You know, when all's said and done, get to the ball to the playmakers. Hammersmith's going to be a key to this offense all year long. He's good in space. He's a tough back. He had a great offseason. Hammer with the first down.
Handoff from Dyer. He hits the B gap, and he'll pick up 2. I believe that's going to be Ashby again, and it is.
It is, and those Daniels boys leading the charge, Noah and Phillip, leading that charge for that returning O-line. Tyson
don't forget
Finch.
about Colton Metcalf-Polis on the left
Oh,
side.
KCP.
He's a big one.
They call him the KCP. I don't know if they call him that. I do.
I don't know. Yeah.
This is the old 51-yard line, Chad.
That's not even a thing in
I
football.
think it is today. It is on Fridays.
Dyer sits back. Here comes a blitz. He lets it go just in time to Trey Peters.
He's got room. He's got room.
20,
Go,
15,
Trey.
10. He'll take it to the touchdown.
Okay, TP. Okay, TP. Oh, Lukey Dyer finds his man, Trey Peters. Let him cook, baby.
Well,
Let them boys cook.
Well, the Potters gambled there on a 5-man blitz, so you had one-on-one to the outside, hits him on a curl, and the DB falls down, and it's nothing but cleats if you're looking from the Porter side.
And you know what? Luke did a nice job of recognizing he had a one-on-one coverage with his man, Trey Peters. Finds him. Trey does the rest. Quick strike. Bulldogs, touchdown. Here's the point after from Jackson. Jackson, the kick's up. It's good. Jackson Davis, 4 for 4 tonight. 28-14. Still 9 minutes left to go in the half.
Well, this is still anyone's game. Morton has settled down a little bit on their offense, shown that they're a viable opponent. You got to hand it to Mike Berner on that call. We had thought that we would see the blitz a lot more, and I'm surprised actually that on the blitz they're going to Trey Peters. Of course, you know he's got sure hands.
Oh, you get one-on-one.
Well, you one-on-one, you about have to because
gotta go.
Free safety's up in your face.
You got to go. Ryan, what do you got down there? What'd you see? What's the sideline talk?
Well, Dan, I get a front seat here, and the first thing I notice is that our defensive backs need to work on some tackling drills. You know, they missed a few tackles. They should have been able to step up in the box and make some of those plays. But we talked about that earlier in the game. They're a young group, and they probably have a little bit of the jitters. But along the same lines of tackling, you know, our linebackers, we watched Henry Wagner and Brock Vanderveer both make one-arm tackles in the backfield. We didn't talk about, you know, Henry Wagner much in the pregame show, but I'll bet Henry's put on 15 pounds of muscle since last year. He's looking very good.
Oh, boy. There goes Keenan Smith. Keenan Smith, there's a penalty on the play, but Keegan's going all the way.
He is jets on.
Yep, but there is flag on the field, folks. And Atkins is saying it's coming back. Coach is confident it's coming back. Keegan Smith, no
blockers.
No touching. It is going to be on Morton.
And there's 6 points that'll be erased off the board.
Thank
Unfortunate
goodness.
for the Potters, but
Woo!
Holy smokes, that kid is fast.
Yeah, he got that ball, and he went straight up the seam. Nobody's touching him. He goes all the way for 6, but thankfully there is a hold in the backfield. It's coming all the way back.
Well, he's just a sophomore, and I'm surprised with his speed. We haven't seen him in the backfield, but he does actually play running back as well.
And he hasn't been in the backfield on kickoff returns until that play. So that's a substitution.
He's only carrying 135 pounds, so you could put the afterburners on with that.
Well, yeah, he's got lighter weight to carry.
Well,
fortunately for the Dogs, there's a hold. It's going to come back to the 20. That's where Morton will start things off. 8:46 left to go in this half.
And no change in quarterback. They're going to stick with Isaac Davis, the sophomore. Buffington lines up to his left. Single coverage to the top of your screen. It's a reverse, and Bulldogs sniff it out. It went to Buffington originally. And
that was Julian Alexander.
Alexander on the handoff.
Yeah, Bulldogs did a nice job of staying in their lanes, knowing their role. Everybody knew their assignment there. Stay in your lanes. Don't get fooled by that reverse. They did a good job. Brings up second and about 9. Short gain there for Alexander.
Matt Sanders checks in, lines up to the right side, and it's a handoff to Buffington. Plenty of space, but he breaks 2 or 3 tackles, again to Ryan's point earlier. They've got wrapped up at the, you're just picking up 1 yard, but ends up picking up 4 or 5 on that. It's going to be 3rd down. 8 minutes to go for the half. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 from their own 29-yard line.
Look for a run, a quarterback keeper, maybe right up the middle. They like that edge too.
They got the meat up front. Yeah. No one wide. Snap back to Davis. It is a quarterback keeper. He's got space, and he'll pick up the first down.
You got to assume they're going keeper on that. They've had success with that play. They've had a couple of touchdowns with Davis on the keeper. You think he can pick up 2? He did behind that big O-line.
Well, I changed what I said earlier. Actually, Julian Alexander was on the outside. He's one of their key players. Look for that same formation, fake, shot down to Julian Alexander because the safeties were cheating up.
Mm-hmm.
In motion. And the pass actually goes to Buffington, and he's maybe 6 inches on that play if he's lucky. They call that a jersey tackle, Dan.
That was Ethan Esker, another guy that's played a lot of snaps for the Bulldogs. We haven't called his name a lot tonight, but he came up through, made a big play there, brings up 2nd and 10.
Read option. It's going to be a quarter. Oh, actually, no. I thought it was a quarterback keeper, but it was a read option pass to the flat.
Yeah, just in and out of his hands. He had his man, but smoked out by the Bulldogs. Another no gain for the Potters, brings up 3rd and 10. With 6:44 left to go, this is a big stop for your Dogs. Try to get that ball back into Dyer's hands, see what we can do.
Mahomet back in a preventative defense, and
Going
they're going to go up top. He's got Alexander.
What a catch.
And he does it again.
That's a great catch.
To the 35-yard line. Great pass.
Great
Only
pass.
place he could have caught that.
Great catch. Really a really well-executed play. Give Davis and Alexander a lot of credit. That was a great connection. That moves the chains. Now they got a little momentum going down here, starting on the 35, Bulldog territory.
Aaron Garcia checks in as a wide receiver. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the gut and all kinds of space. He'll get down to the 25-yard line, and that'll be close, and it is a first down.
Yeah, they're taking advantage, Chad, of our pressure up middle. Davis is having all kinds of room when he keeps it, so they keep going back to the well there. Expect more of that on this drive. 6:12 left, another first down. 1st and 10 for your Potters.
Rickenberger in the H-back. Quick slant, intended for a bubble screen, actually. And the receiver doesn't like it, say he's got a little jersey tug, as they say.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact. You got to allow that in the first 5 yards, though. That's what he forgot. Like, a lot of things go in that first 5 yards. He needs to get out a little bit.
Well, I even forgot about that, Dan. Cut some slack.
Good pressure. Good pressure by the corner on the edge, number 11 for the Dogs. A.J. Demos, the senior. Bulldogs trying to get a timeout.
Timeout for the Bulldogs. Atkins not happy at all. And that'll be a good time to take a quick commercial break.
All right, we're back on Bulldog TV. Let's go live to Heiser. You're right there on the spot of the ball, Ryan. What's the word on the street?
Well, sophomore quarterback, is it Isaac Davis or Davis Isaac?
Isaac Davis.
Thank you. He is showing out quite well as a sophomore, completing on several deep plays, 15, 20 yards out. Wide receivers are focused. They're catching the ball and they're bringing it down. They're staying in bounds. So kudos to the Morton offense. We'll see here if the Bulldogs can get a stop before half.
Yeah, that's going to be a handoff to Silas Steffen. And he'll pick up about 3 on that on a misdirection end around.
Yeah, another positive game for the Potters. They got all the momentum right now. Let's see if the Bulldogs can turn something around here, maybe get a turnover or fumble, something.
Yeah, you've got Alexander on an island out here alone. Let's see what they do. They're going to go out into the flat. That's going to be to number 11. I think it's Silas.
Yeah, it was Steffen again.
Steffen again, isn't it?
Yep. And it's a first down. They got something going here, Morton does. The offense is rolling right down the field here with 5:31 left.
So that's 3 times they've put Alexander on an island and gone past to the boundary side, I guess it would be.
Yeah, they keep going to that boundary side. That's their strength side. Now we got some confusion. They get a player off the field just in time. Yep. I guess it wasn't in time. Too many guys or illegal motion.
That's a legal shift.
Yep. A little miscommunication. That gives the Bulldogs some time to sub. And it looks like Luke Boo will come in. He's just a freshman, Chad. Luke comes in on this one, number 68. Luke Boo, the freshman. People know that name. He's part of the Illini coaching staff.
Wow, look at that. Which, of course, ran off a shutout last night.
Not a bad start
Against Eastern Illinois.
to the season. You know who plays at Eastern, don't you?
I sure do. Rogers.
Quentin Rogers. Here comes Morton.
Davis with the handoff to Buffington around the edge. Great blocking. And
Vanderveer.
Yeah, he's really lucky he didn't get a horse tackle. The ref actually reached back for his
He
flag.
thought about it. Vanderveer looking like Superman on that play. He laid out. That was awesome. Great play by the senior to wrangle him in. Brock Vanderveer is athletic, and he's all over the field. Love to see that. Need to step up here, though. 2nd and 11, 4 minutes, 42 seconds. A long drive by Morton. Eating up a lot of clock.
Isaac Beenders checks in. It's another high snap. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to be – oh, he gets out of it. Should have been a sack. He's going to throw it in the end zone.
He's got him. He's got him.
Oh, he's going to cut. Are you kidding me?
Alexander. Julian Alexander with the snag.
Yeah, that ref called that touchdown from 15 yards away.
Well, I don't know about that, but Isaac Davis did a heck of a job of getting out of that traffic.
Well, I got to give it to Heiser. Tackling is key.
Fundamental.
Speaking of Heiser, let's send it down to him. He had a front row seat at that.
Well, boys, the officials definitely got it right. Morton's wide receiver there was he wasn't wide open. It was very much a contested catch. But he came up with the hands and secured the touchdown there for the Potters. Defense, even though we play platoon football, we've got one defense and dedicated players to defense. We're looking a little tired here in the first half. So hopefully we get them off the field and the offense gets a run game going.
All right, Heiser, appreciate that. And that's something that we talked about earlier. One of the problems or challenges, I would say, so far with Mahomet is they're scoring so quick, you're not giving your defense a chance to take a break, get a breath.
That was a long, long sustained drive from Morton, and they finished it off with a touchdown. And they're right back in this game again, down 7. A lot of offense. We need to see who's going to step up defensively. Plenty of time, though, for Dyer and crew to score at the end of the half. 4:26 left. No turnovers here. Take care of the ball. March down the field. Don't give that ball back to Morton. In a perfect world, we're up 14 at half. We know we have advantages offensively.
And we get the ball at half.
Good point, Chad.
Thank you, Dan.
You've been paying attention.
Well, I saw the opening kickoff.
That's Cassier to kick. He kicks it deep. BG will think about fielding it. He's going to watch it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. 4:26. Let's set the table here, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more run attempts from the Bulldogs in the first half. Let's see if maybe there's a little mixing and matching going on here.
This is one of those where
Burner?
Yeah, Burner's got a challenge here. You want to eat the clock, but you also want to score. So a little bit of balance offense is ideal here.
And unless it's a quarterback keeper, it will not be a run.
This forces a lot of decisions for the offense. I love this formation.
In motion, trips. It's a quick inside. It's going to go to number 6, Wade Manuel.
Yeah.
And he'll get out to the 27-yard line.
Chad, I've noticed every time we go 5 out, it feels like we're at a far advantage. There's just too many mismatches out there for Morton. When we go 5 out, they have to pick and choose. We've got too many weapons. Dyer has a lot of choices. He's got to find the right guy.
Well, that sure looked to me like that was a design play for Manuel, which is taking the pressure off of Peterson.
Well, it's Peters, but whatever.
Gosh, dog it. I'll do that all year.
Dyer
steps up in the pocket. He's got him again.
That's
Wade. Manuel. And he's out to the 35-yard line. Good enough for a first down for the Bulldogs.
You're going to see more of that 5 out. It's just too comfortable for Dyer. And his offensive line's doing a great job of giving him some time. He did a good job of reading, stepping up in the pocket, found Manuel. That's 2 in a row for Wade. 3:48 left.
Dyer's
got Trey.
Up top to Trey Peters.
He's got Trey.
He's got him.
Come on,
Nothing
Trey.
But Green.
Come on,
Touchdown,
Trey.
Bulldog.
Come on, Trey. Okay. Luke Dyer with that main character energy right now.
Huge.
Oh, my goodness.
Huge
The
mismatch.
connection. It's 3 years in the making, and it's showing out right here tonight. That is a tough connection for the defense to handle. You spread them out. You got to make choices. You go to Wade. All of a sudden, up top, elevator, Trey Peters, touchdown. A lot of time.
Oh, he did that all the way through.
Okie dokie.
All the way through. 3:36 to go in the half, 34-21, pending the extra point.
Jackson trying to go 5 for 5. The hold's a tough one. He gets it down, though. Does Hammer. Jackson does the rest. Jackson's been money for 2 years, and he connects again. 5 for 5. 35 points, Chad.
In the first half.
In the first half. But 21 given up. That's what we got to shore up. All right, let's take it down to the Godfather. Ryan, what did you see from your point of view?
Well, I think we gave our defense about a 1 minute breather, Dan. But Luke Dyer continues to look sharp. He has a lot of time in the pocket, and his pocket awareness is tremendous. So as the defense, if they do break the offensive line, a couple of steps, and Dyer has free roam to pass the ball. Wade Manuel, Jr., small kid playing in the slot. I coached Wade when he was in 8th grade. He's fast, and his football IQ is high. So it's good to get him involved in the mix because it opens up Peters, by the way, Chad, not Peterson. Yeah, Bulldogs offense looks sharp.
Well, I'll tell you, Ryan is taking credit because Wade Manuel's originally his dad is like a Mansfield guy. So those Mansfield guys stick together, I think. Here comes Morton on the short kick.
It's going to go to Buffington.
He's got room on the outside, and he's got blockers. What a great return. Not what we wanted to draw up there. A great return for the Potters. Sets them up at the 30 with 3:24 left.
2 kickoffs.
Wow. 2
huge returns. That's something I think coaching staff's going to be working on in the coming weeks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That special teams coach is going crazy right now thinking about what we got to do to shore that up. Again, short kick. Buffington, the senior, we've said his name a lot, fielded it, and he took it right to the outside. He knows that's where we're weak right now. 3:24, tons of time for Morton. We need that defense to step up here.
Vian Sims stays in the backfield for the Potters. Of course, we have Alexander out to the Mahomet side, and motion will come from Silas Steffen. They're going to go up top for a quick strike, and he's got Alexander.
Oh,
touchdown!
My.
Touchdown! And
somehow,
we talked about it.
Some way.
We knew at some point they're going to really start to test these DBs. I don't know where the safety was there, but he wasn't where he should have been.
Somehow,
unless it was a blitz.
Well, and we had the pressure. But again, give Davis credit. The sophomore fires one under pressure, finds his senior, Alexander, for a touchdown. Julian is over there making waves, and he's giving us all kinds of problems. First strike. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Nope, they play that on me. They play the fool every time.
Yeah, you're the ding-dong.
Yep, it's going to be an extra point. They're going to try to draw within 7 again. A lot of defense. Kassier for the point after. He's 4 for 4. Bad snap.
It's a fire.
Fire play, nothing doing. Good job by the Bulldogs. You can take that back. No, you can't.
Yeah, they're calling that a forward attempt.
Brock Vanderveer with all kinds of pressure there. Bad snap. Number 9 for Morton. Buffington decided he's going to call fire. Brock made sure that nothing happened.
Well,
that could come up big later, Chad.
I wouldn't be surprised at some point to see a change on the defensive backside for whoever's guarding Alexander.
Maybe switch it up.
Switch it up. Or play him a little softer. We're playing right in his face. He's obviously got a step on us.
Well,
he's a quick guy.
Well, the thing is, too, the scout says run, right? So they're playing a lot of run. We're going to make adjustments at half. You got to honor the pass now. You know that Davis, the sophomore, can complete those passes. You're going to have to respect that a little more. Again, Mahomet's quick stride offense has tons of time. There's 3:16 left in this half. Feels like we played 2 games. We're still in the first half. Kassier on the kick. BG, Hammer, back deep. Kassier, good kick. Braden Garrett looking to field it. He'll let that one go into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Good kick by Kassier.
If you're the Bulldogs, are you coming out here for a strike? Are you going to try to control the tempo, mix in some runs?
Oh, no, you go 5 wide. You go 5 wide. Every time they go 5 wide, it's indefensible this game. Keep going to the bread and butter.
You have to give this defense more time to recover on the sidelines.
You may not be wrong, but you got to score. You got to keep scoring. The offense can't control the defense, so do what you do here, Chad.
Well said, Dan Waldinger.
Do what you do.
Well said. Do what you do.
do.
Hey, stick around for I think we have the band. We've got the.
We don't have the band tonight because of the weather.
I'm going to miss the
color guard, the band, the whole nine.
Oh, dadgummit. Well, you stick around for the Chris Roberts halftime show. Dyer's out of the pocket, and he tries to get it out to Trey Peters. No doing there. He had heavy pressure from the edge there by Potters. That's going to be number 53.
They tried that same play where Dyer kind of faked the draw, handoff, and then rolled out, and it didn't work that time. Morton was on it.
Now we have 3 safeties over the top. I wouldn't look for a blitz. They're going to try to protect this pass. Dyer all alone, 5 wide, as Dan called it. In motion goes Manuel. And it's a quick slant to Peters.
He's got a man.
He's got a man.
One man.
He's still got time, and he steps out of bounds at about the 41 is where they'll call it. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 3:04 to go in the first half.
Yeah, no offense to Morton, but they just cannot match up when we go 5 wides. There's just too many weapons. It gives one-on-one matchups everywhere, and Dyer just has his time, thanks to that big O-line, giving him time to pick his guys, pick his spots. 1st and 10.
Peters has got about a helmet and a half against Silas.
And they're not playing up on him. I mean, they gave him 5 yards there. They're going to let him march.
Take it.
Taking a little prevent style stuff.
I think you go to Peters, and then you got to go opposite side of the field.
Yeah, look for Orton, look for Manuel, look for guys like Hammer. Now safety shifts over to Peters' side, right? So now we're kind of wine and dining here.
But that's going to leave that middle open if someone can hit that seam. Hammerschmidt to the outside. Dyer steps up. There's going to be a flag. That's going to be holding in the backfield.
Good run by
anything
Dyer.
that happened there is going to be negated.
Yeah, it's coming
brought back.
It's coming back on that one.
Do you like that? When's the last time you heard negated?
I think yesterday watching the Atlanta game. There's some negated penalty, but I know you were asleep by then.
Thank you, Dan.
And
I'm
it
about
was
to
a
sleep
late
right
game.
now, 10:05 if you're tuning in here. That's Central Time. I don't know where everyone's tuning in from. Got quite a viewing crowd here tonight.
We do. We've got people from all over the country, even out of the country, that tune in to Bulldog TV.
Ooh, we haven't played for a while.
I know what you're. You know what? After this play, we'll ask it. We'll ask the question.
Ryan, are the comments on?
2nd and 10, 2:23 left. Bulldogs with a handful of timeouts.
Empty backfield again, 5 wide. Here comes the pressure from the seam.
Good pass.
And that's going to be to Hammerschmidt. All kinds of room. He's going to take it out about the 42-yard line of the Potters.
Luke Dyer did a great job of zipping that ball to Hammer, and Hammer did a really good job of getting out of bounds.
Give it to the O-line. They're blitzing from the edge, and the O-line is holding them. Well, we don't want to say holding them.
They're protecting the pocket.
They're protecting the pocket.
Oh, we got a snap here.
Snap right here. You got 12 men on the field.
He's waiting for the windup.
Yeah, I'll call that good sportsmanship by Dyer.
Well, he had to wait for that windup.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper.
Good read. One block, Trey.
Block to the outside. Dyers will
get out.
He's still on his feet.
Yep,
Cuts it back in. Still on his feet to the 12-yard line.
Okay, Luke.
2:02 to go. Quarterback keeper for about 28-yard pickup.
TP turned in a block there. It gave Luke another 10, 15 yards on the block.
Oh, TP.
And Dyer actually a little shook up there, but he gets right back into it. 1:56 left. Clock's running. Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts.
Well, give it to Dyer. He could have stepped out about 15 yards earlier, but he opted for the yard.
Well, he's a big boy.
Ashby gets the hand up. He's still on his feet, and finally the safety comes up and gets him at about the 7-yard line.
I like that decision by Burner to run a little clock there. Like, if nothing else, let's run some clock. Now we got the diesel. Oh, Brock Vanderveer.
A lot of meat up front.
Get set. Just did get set.
Handoff goes to Ashby, actually. Vanderveer ran off at the last second.
I like this play call. It chews the clock, and we're just going to mow it right in with that diesel package. 1:13 left. Morton's got 3 timeouts. We got 2 timeouts, 35-27, 1:06. Morton opts not to call timeouts, nor do we. We're going to play it out here, buddy.
And Braden Garrett lines up deep in the backfield. You've got Ashby. You've got Ethan Esker. Handoff goes to Ashby. Still driving. No
He's
signal
in.
yet. And touchdown Bulldogs.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
50 seconds to go. Bulldogs on top, 41-27.
Yeah, that wasn't the unleaded package, Chad. That was the diesel package.
Well, price of diesel's gone up, and Morton's going to pay for it.
Okie dokie. They're going to pay for it with 6, and here comes the point after team. Jackson Davis sets up for the point after and trying to make 42 first half points.
That's insane.
Insane.
In the membrane. Look, see that?
Tough hold. Somehow Jackson gets it off. It's too low, though. Too low. So finally, we missed one.
We missed one. Hey, Dan, you know what we've missed for a long time? Let's play it. Hey, you're out there. There's quite a bit of you listening. And we'd like to know where you're at. We want to play nearest and farthest.
Nearest and farthest. And if you're nearest, you should be here, but go ahead and tell us. If you're farthest, we really want to know.
We've had some people from Argentina.
Brazil.
Florida.
Florida.
Well, yeah.
I mean.
That's still continental U.S., Dan.
Sometimes. No, we've had some international viewers, so let's hear. Where are you from? Nearest and farthest? Go ahead and comment. While you're commenting, make sure you like, share,
subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button to Bulldog TV. Lots going on Bulldog TV besides football. We got a great volleyball team. Got a really good soccer team. We got a great band. Pretty great color guard. All kinds of great stuff going on. Let's take it down to Ryan Heiser. Ryan, what are you seeing?
Well, I'm getting a lot of text messages, and the audience back home, they're wondering how many hours a day you guys rehearse your bad jokes.
That's actually just natural, so that just rolls off our tongue. We're here all night for terrible jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we accept tips.
Yeah, back to the game action. I would say we got ourselves an old-fashioned shootout here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even halftime yet, and it's 41-27. Bulldogs obviously are leading this one at the moment. But again, I mean, this could be anybody's game. We have no idea what to expect in the second half.
Well, you're right, Ryan. We got a shootout, and somebody's got to start playing defense. I hope it's the Bulldogs. I mean, there has been very little defense going. There's 51 seconds left in this half. It's a pooch kick. Up back fields it. He's a little nervous about where he's headed, but he gets a few yards at seams. He's still on his feet. Somehow makes it to the 47.
I don't think that's a bad call, Dan, to tell you the truth, because they've struggled with kickoff return coverage. So, you know, with 42 seconds left, let them have half a field and save a run back.
Well, this is still a lot of time, Chad. I know it says 42 on the clock, but they got 3 timeouts, and they've been having their way offensively lately, especially in the passing game, testing those DBs, those young DBs for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can step up.
Yeah, for the second time tonight. It's actually going to be a quarterback keeper. Blows right past the linebackers.
He's got blocks.
He turns the wheels on, comes back inside across the 25 to the 23-yard line. Wow. That's going to be a first down for Potter just like that. I don't know where the linebackers were, but he ran right up the middle.
Well, they're sucking up on that fake, and they take advantage of it. Davis, another good run. Braden Garrett with a touchdown-saving tackle. They're marching, plenty of time.
And a whistle is called. That's going to be a false start on Potter, so mark off 5 there. Be first and 15, 25 seconds to go in the first half. Bulldogs desperately need to stop.
Doesn't make sense why they hadn't called a timeout yet. I don't know what they're saving for. You think they can cash them in for pork chops?
Well, I'd take one of those timeouts right now, Dan.
I'd take a couple, maybe a glizzy and a pork chop.
Hey, we had pork chops earlier in pregame.
Yeah, that's what we do
when
we play
for
the
Hogs.
Game. Davis going
and he goes
deep.
right up top.
Oh, yeah.
And no flag, which is surprising. But they were both pushing and shoving there, Dan.
Yeah, I think we might have got away with one there. If that ball's probably better thrown, maybe get a penalty. We got away with one. We'll take it.
They are picking on the defensive backs for sure.
14 seconds left for you viewers at home. 14 seconds, 41-27.
Keep an eye on Davis. Alexander lines up way wide to the left, and the safety will cheat to his side. Davis goes back. It's a quarterback keeper again, and there the
good
linebackers
D.
are finally there.
Yep, good D.
And unless they call a timeout, which they do,
Yeah,
8 seconds to go, and they'll call a timeout.
Really good defense that time by the linebackers. They showed blitz, sat back in coverage, and then they read that QB sneak, QB keeper, Ethan Esker on the stop.
Why, with 12 seconds left, are you running a QB keeper unless you have a kicker with the foot of a donkey that can kick this field goal?
To be fair, they've been averaging 20, 25 yards on that play.
Yeah. Linebacker stayed home. They didn't on that one, picked up a couple.
And the Reigns come back.
Here it is. We saw it on the radar, showing its face again. Hopefully, we can finish this game. No more delays.
No, but the Reigns have opened up. It's a light rain. We got students in all black tonight, blackout game. The ponchos are coming out in the stands. 8 seconds left. Morton still got 2 timeouts in their pocket. Like you said, unless they've got a kicker they're hiding, they're going to have to take a shot.
Well, they got time to take 1, maybe 2. 3 of the top, they're going to give them a lot of space over here, but you've got trips to the top.
Coach actually brought Trey Peters out on the end zone. See Trey over here? Good run.
Have got to be kidding me.
Good run. They're going to get a timeout.
All he can.
Did they get it?
They'll get a timeout with 1 second to go.
Wow, what a play call. What a play call. Coach brings in, I guess we'll call it the dime package. I don't know what you call it, but Trey Peters is out there playing DB.
Well, you wouldn't be a dime formation this deep in the territory.
Well, you wouldn't think, but he's got 5 DBs. You call it nickel. Trey will come off now.
And the question is, do you take a shot or you take the 3 points, Dan?
I don't know. I'm going to ask Ryan Heiser. He's down there right in the mix. Ryan, what are you thinking here?
I don't think Morton has any other choice but to go for it. But, I mean, you've got 9 yards to go to punch it into the end zone. I mean, they've had some success running, but I think they'd be looking for number 17 in the end zone. That seems to be the go-to this evening. So I look for sophomore quarterback Davis Isaacs to throw the ball.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan on this, and I think I would just add to that. Why don't you just go ahead and fake the quarterback keeper and hit a slant across?
Yeah, Julian Alexander.
Julian Alexander.
That's who Ryan's referring to. He's gotten loose plenty of times tonight. He's number 17. He's coming out on our near side, right by Harry there in our huddle. Look for 17 on the outside on this near side.
We'll wait for the halftime stats. But he's got to have 60, 70 yards on the ground.
They're going to go for a 3-pointer here. Field goal attempt. Kassir to kick. There's a timeout by Atkins trying to ice the kicker.
Ooh, I'd take a cup of ice right now.
I'd take ice water, pork chops, popcorn. If you're at home, if you're at the game listening, we're the 4th booth from the right.
Oh, well, just look for Dan and Chad.
Yeah, we'll take whatever you got. Well, this is a broke time to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back, and we're not going to miss this point this hit.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs.
All right, we're back. There's 1 second on the clock. Bulldogs 41, Potters 27. Field goal unit on for the Potters at Kassir set. The rain is falling. Kick is up, and the kick's good. Field goal is good. 3 points for the Potters. That'll end the half. Bulldogs 41, Potters 30, 71 points
in
24 minutes.
First half.
Wow. We're going to need a drink of water.
Hey, stick around for Chris Roberts. We're going to head down and get a goodie and a bottle of water. We'll see you in the second half. What?
said? Hi there. So we're not doing that anymore, or what? I kind of forgot about it. What? He's still down there. Tell him to run. No. Where is Heiser? Adkins is down there waiting. Tell him.
Ryan Atkins is waiting for him.
Run. He's down there in front of the 20.
Oh, yes,
Get Heiser on. Hey, I need you at the left 20-yard line. I need you at the left 20-yard line. 30. Ready?
RC?
Okay, so you want me to unplug it and then bring it back up after halftime?
Okay, finally. Sorry, Coach, had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but first half we referenced as an old-fashioned shootout. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't like shootouts, I'll tell you that. Proud of our offense. They're executing very well. We talked all week about, limiting those first game mistakes and penalties and turnovers, and I feel like we've done a good job of that in the first half. Defensively, we've just had too many miscues. We got to grow up. That's all there is to it. We're out of position. We're out of place. We're giving up too many big plays. Had them stopped a couple times and give up a big play. We can't have that. We get the ball to start the second half. We gotta fix some things defensively and keep scoring, and hopefully good things will happen for us.
That's great, Coach. We're excited to see what happens next half. Thanks so much.
D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project. FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
We're at the Habit Present Field. The Bulldogs are up 41-30 in this first half. The pass attack of the Bulldogs is really great tonight, and along with Morton's offense too. It's been an offensive display going on in the first half of this one. This rainy night, Dugapalooza night, which sort of got shut down because of the weather earlier tonight. So that's unfortunate, and the band was able to perform, and the cheerleaders, they were supposed to be the little cheerleaders were supposed to perform before the game. That didn't happen, unfortunately, either. So sorry that didn't happen. The weather had other, aspects of that. So we're at the half again, short half time. Try to get this second half in for more cloudy weather. Get straight downfield in the Mahomet area. Once again, Dugapalooza was a very good turnout tonight. Again, unfortunately, the weather, caused havoc with that. Look at the first half once again for the Bulldogs offense. just a tremendous pass attack with Dyer, 2 Peters, Mango got that action, and great to see the offense, getting off to an early start. And see the Bulldogs can hang out in this lead and pull out a win against Morton this evening. We had a great turnout on this rainy evening in Mahomet. So, hey, well, let's get this break right back before the halftime. So Bulldogs up 41-30 on the Bulldog TV Network.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
All right, back at Dutton Field. We're about 3 minutes before the teams come back on the field for the second half of this one. Tomorrow, let's talk about some youth football. The Mahomet 5th, 6th, and 7th graders play tomorrow in Mat 2. I think the first game starts at 10 a.m. I'm not sure of that, but anyway, the 5th, 6th, and 7th graders, Bulldogs, they travel to Mat 2, so good luck to them, to the players and the coaches tomorrow. They're off to a good start. Always good to see the youth football teams doing well. And, of course, all the Mahomet sports, the fall sports kicking off, doing well. Before we know it, do the winter sports. And so, can't wait for the sports to get going on here in this early part of this school year and this fall sports. About 2 minutes to go, so the teams will be getting out of the field here soon, warming up for the third quarter play. Good to see the fans that couldn't make it out watching the Bulldog team tonight. Our crew doing a great job behind the scenes. Shout out to them, doing a great job in this climate weather. And RZ on the controls, Dan Kennedy, your play-by-play, and Ryan Heiser on the sideline, doing a great job tonight. We thank all of them. The Bulldogs can just keep on doing what they have done and pull away. And beat the Morton team tonight, which has had the Mahomet the last couple of years. And I think tonight, Mahomet pays them back. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Things looking good again offensively. Tied down some defensively. This is going to be a tough direction with this season as we go along in this campaign. Next week, the Bulldogs are on the road. I believe it's at Highland, but I'm not sure about that. I would say Highland. But they are on the road next weekend. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Highland, and then they are, on the road against Sycamore, and then at home against Charleston. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take that. Sycamore is her. I take it back. Sycamore is a home game, and then at Highland, the next game on the road. All right, we're under a minute to go. The coaches are coming back into the field for the Bulldogs. We're about ready to start this second half. We'll be back right after this on the Bulldog TV Network.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project. FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs!
All right, we're back. We're under a minute. Teams are coming back on the sideline here. We're about ready to get the third quarter underway here at Frank Dutton Field. 41-30, the Bulldogs in the lead in this one. Bulldogs should get the kickoff in this third quarter because Morton received to start the game. The Bulldogs should get the football with kickoff in the third quarter. We look to all the sport teams again tomorrow in the area for Mahomet. Either at home or on the road. Good luck to all. Cheerleaders doing a great job here this evening as well at this football contest. We're about ready to get the third quarter started here, folks. About ready to get it going. Here comes Dan and Chad back to the booth. Gentlemen, you're doing a great job calling this action, and go Dogs. Thank you.
All right, Chris, how was it? How's the Chris Roberts halftime show?
It was great.
Did you deliver the choke?
Well, you know what? Actually, I forgot about that.
Okay, well, let's finish that.
Well, I know that we're calling the pot, but I thought we heard one thing about the hogs, you know, one time. So I heard that before the fans came up there and shot hogs, you know. So since it's weather tonight, you know, that makes it was a hog walk.
Okay.
A little wet on the field, but not a hog walk.
I see what you did there.
Okay.
There it is.
But, you know, with being a Potters now, you know, hey, the Bulldogs are going to have the magic tonight.
Let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you did there.
That's it. Yeah, the first half of the game was, it really was. It was great offensive show. Side of the ball.
Well, and you got to think, Chris, why don't you stay with me, Chris? With this rain kind of coming on, maybe that'll slow these offenses down a little bit.
Exactly.
Hopefully not The Mahomet offense.
Sure.
Hopefully the Potters offense.
Okay.
As we're getting ready to start this thing up.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Dan. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Bulldogs looking for a pooch kick. They bring their upbacks up. It's going to be deep. Kassir kicks it deep. Braden Garrett's back there again. Another good kick into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Bulldogs will start up on the offense for this second half. And we got Chad back.
Well, I'm back. Like it or not, Ryan, if you can kill that light, that'd be great. And Bulldogs will take over from their own 20-yard line. Ashby in the backfield, accompanied by, of course, Luke Dyer. I almost called him Adam again. That's not Adam.
Well, he's the oldest.
Yep. And it's a quick pitch, and Morton sniffs that out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a quick pitch to Wade Manuel, and they got deep into the backfield.
That's Dennis Dracup, the senior. You talked about him in the pregame, 6'2", 255 D lineman.
Yeah, I'm not tangled with him.
No, he got through on that time. Loss of 6 brings up second, 16, maybe 17.
Well, who's counting? Trips to the top. Dyer steps back. Heavy pressure. Lets it go across the middle.
Way to secure it.
And I think that's going to be Manuel again.
That was Mason Orton.
No, it's Mason Orton, actually.
Great job of making sure he brought it in there because the ball's getting a little wet. There's a little light rain going. Mason, not an easy catch. He made sure he secured it. Third and a makeable one.
Trey Peters all alone. It's a handoff to Ashby. And that's probably going to be a false start that happened. That's, Oh, they called it encroachment.
Oh, we'll take that. That's first down.
Well, he must have made contact. They normally don't stop the ball like that, the play rather.
We'll take a handout. Speaking of handouts.
Yeah.
Doug Fisher over there gave us a couple popcorns.
Oh, I can hear you eating it in my ear.
You're welcome.
Thank you, very little. Hey, we have a winner for farthest stand. I don't know if we'll wait for a break and bring that in.
We'll talk about
Empty backfield, trips to the left, a pair to the top of your screen. Ashby in motion. And there's another whistle. Timeout for Morton.
Early timeout. Well, let's talk about it. So we're in line, right?
Yeah.
And the quarterback's mama, Jessica Dyer, stops us.
Mm-hmm. What'd she say? I mean, I was standing there.
Well, you were there. You want me to tell her my version? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
So her sister, Jen Soderlund, is deployed over in Kuwait.
Oh, how about that?
She's watching.
They have internet over there.
Well, they do.
You think she's watching us?
She set her alarm for 6 a.m. to watch this game. And I'm pretty sure she won farthest. I mean, Ryan, you can verify this, but I think Kuwait's pretty far. Jen, you win. And also,
that was the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Thank you for your service. We mean that. RZ, do you have IP addresses? Negative. Nope, we're going with
192.
We're going with the old honesty policy.
Yeah.
Back to football, Jen. Thank you for your service. Thanks for watching Bulldog TV. Go Dogs. Here we go.
Ashby in motion. Dyer all alone. Quick inside to Hammer. He's got blockers.
He's loose.
Hits the outside.
Okay.
He's on his feet.
Get on your feet, boy.
40, 35.
Go, Hammer.
30. I just choked on popcorn.
Hammersmith making you fall down in the booth. Hammer broke it out, got loose. He stayed on his feet. He made the Morton, Potters, and Chad fall down.
Oh,
that's how good.
Chest compressions after that.
That's how good that run was.
Okay.
Wow, grab the AED. I think we about lost
you.
Chad. Hammer with a great run. Way to open up. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. That offense still ticking. Just can't be stopped right now.
Same formation. 2 safeties over the top. Dyer steps back, fakes it. Actually zips it downfield. Kind of a low, bad pass intended for Trey Peters, TP.
Well, you notice there that the Potters are playing safety over top on Trey now. They got 2 guys on
they
coverage.
have to.
They have to. But I think Berner's going to see that. He's going to start drawing up some plays for guys like Orton, Hammer, like we saw, even Channing Byers. They kind of tighten up the formation this time. Ashby, the running back, Hammer in motion. It's
a trap play to
to
Ashby.
No, it's to Channing Byers, who has a nice run up. No, you're right. It's Ashby. That's why you do the play-by-play and I don't.
I'm busy eating popcorn.
Well, and that's why you say, "Oh, go ahead and take this play," and then I fumble it.
Oh.
But the Bulldogs didn't fumble it. It's 3rd and 7. And Bulldogs look to take their time here. There's an injured Morton Potter on the field. Looks like maybe a cramp to me.
Give that boy a banana and some potassium.
Yep, maybe a little Gatorade, some Pedialyte, whatever you got there. But there's a cramp on the field.
Let's take a quick break, Ryan. If you don't mind, we'll be back on Bulldog TV.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
And we're back after an injury timeout. Handoff goes to Ashby off the left side. And Bulldogs driving blockers all the way down to nearly the goal line. That was number 6, Cole Rickenbacher, that was a little shaken up on that, Dan.
Yeah, he looked like cramps to me. Nothing, no harm, no foul. He's right back in there. Bulldogs looking like they're going to go for it here.
Well, it's a win-win either way, isn't it?
Yeah, they bring in Ethan Esker, which is interesting. It's a different formation. Esker got Trey Peters out there.
This has got pass written all over it.
It's Brock on the handoff. Vanderveer.
I don't think he got it. It's really close.
Oh, man, it's right at the stick. Interesting play call. They go diesel package, give it to Vanderveer. They try to catch Morton off guard, but Morton stands tall. Turnover on downs. They'll take over right at that stick, which is about the 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Oh, you can't keep counting
23,
like that.
now
You're already
marching
past
24. Yeah, we'll call it the 18 then.
It's at the 51-yard line.
Yeah,
if
we'll
you're
just.
listening.
You
First
know
time
what?
ever watching football. It's at the 51.
Just for fun, we'll call it the 15. You know what's a 16 actually? 9:16. Speaking of 16s, left to go in the quarter. 41-30 Bulldogs.
Well, and let's see what Coach Atkins did at halftime. And Morton's going to come right out, striking quick and hard to take
just
down. He'll
hard
pick up
to take
5.
down. Hard to take down.
Can't quite see who that is yet.
Well, that time Connor Wilson did a great job of reading that for the Bulldogs. He just couldn't bring the kid down. He breaks another tackle, gets 5-6 yards, brings up 2nd 5.
Yeah, it's Silas Steffen was the receiver on that play. In motion does go Silas.
Oh, he slips.
Rolls out, and Bulldogs are there finally to catch him. Across the 25 down to the 26-yard line, and that should be a yard or two short. Bring up 8:36 to go. Actually be second and no, that's not
third.
right. Shouldn't be. Well, they do give him the first down.
Yep. Braden Garrett ends up tackling the receiver for Morton, but not a first down.
I'm really surprised that A.J. Damos is playing so tight. Oh,
okay.
And there it is, what we've been looking for. Isaac Davis is just hammered by Brock Vanderveer.
BV comes through, and they adjusted on that play. Henry Turek in charge of the box. He's been working on adjustments, and that time he got the adjustment. Brock right on that keeper.
Matt Sander checks in at wide receiver to the Bulldog side, trips to the far side. And he's going to go towards the trip side, and Bulldogs are all over him.
Job, defense. Connor Wilson with the broke up. Yeah, Connor comes up, breaks the pass up. That's what we need from that youthful secondary. Make some plays, get some confidence. Coach said at halftime, got to grow up a little bit. Time to grow up. Connor Wilson grew up right there.
3rd and 10 from their own 27. Sorry, yeah, that is right. If you're wondering why we're fumbling all over the place, it's because it's almost 11 o'clock at night. We're not normally doing this. Handoff goes.
Breaks one tackle.
Up the gut, he gets one, and helmet comes off for the 3rd time in the game.
I just don't get it. I've never seen so many helmets. Can we check the straps?
That's Buffington. He's going to have to at least go off for one play.
Yeah, well, it's a rule. It's a HSV rule. We don't make the rules.
No, we just call them.
We just call them. And I'm telling you, we need to call Gill Athletics or somebody get some new straps for these boys.
Huh.
Maybe some duct tape. We've got duct tape here.
I'll let you make that call, Dan.
We can send it down. Big stop here for the Bulldogs. They bring up 4th down. They'll get the ball back, barring any fakes. Back deep is Hammer, along with Garrett. Kicker Kassier. It looks like somebody jumped.
Start.
Which side jumped?
Yep, that's going to be false start against the Potters.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, that's good because I thought we jumped too, but they jumped first. So that'll kick them back 5 yards. Garrett and Hammer will move up 5 yards. Hammer spotting up at the 50. They're going to try to avoid him, Chad. They're going to go to BG.
Sure seems like they're playing awful close up for a punt return, doesn't it?
They are, but they've got the scout. Good snap. Punts up. They got, like I said, they've got the scout. And it hits a Morton player. Dribbles over to our sideline at the 42. We'll take over in our territory. And a little bit slower start to the half after 71 points scored in the first half.
Well, time's ticking where it was until that dead ball there. Nice to see.
It's cooled off a little bit, too. The rain has stopped here at Frank Dutton Field, so we're back to normal Friday night football.
Hey, speaking of that, it sure was nice to have a moment of silence and honor to Frank Dutton.
Yeah, that was nice.
Head coach for 21 years here at Mahomet Bulldogs.
Field's named after him. Yeah, that was nice pregame. We're in game.
Hammerschmidt in motion. He's going to sit under the linebackers, but it's a kick-out pass to Ashby in the flats.
Yeah, that reminds me of that play we used to use all the time with Luke Johnson last year and the year before. It looked very similar where you get him out on the flat, let him do some work, move the yards forward. Now we got some tempo going. That's what Burner wants, some tempo.
And 4 receivers to the far side. Trey Peters all alone, and he's in a one-on-one match. This should be interesting. They go up top. He's got a man over.
We got some tempo. We got some tempo. And his name is Mo. They call him Mo. We got that tempo. Mo with the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Go down to Ryan Heiser. Ryan, what did you think of that lob pass down there?
Well, Dyer very well saw the open wide receiver, chucked the ball down the field, and Mason Morton took no time at all getting underneath it. So a huge touchdown there for the Bulldogs. You know, coming right out of half, we talked about changing the game script a little bit, maybe running the ball a little more, giving the defense a little bit of a breather. We come out there in the first series, and you saw a good mix of running and passing plays. The Bulldogs failed to pick up that first down there, and I thought it was going to be a costly error for the Bulldogs, but the Potters weren't able to do anything with it. So Bulldogs strike again, 48-30.
Yep, offense not even skipping a beat, are they, Chad? Come out, they strike, Dyer with that perfect protection all night from that big O-line, takes his time, finds the right guy. Mason Morton this time for the touchdown. Now let's see if the Bulldogs can make those adjustments they need again, get another stop, start slowing this game down a little bit and make that clock tick off.
Let me tell you what I was surprised at on that last series. They lined up 4 receivers to the far side of the field. Trey Peters all alone, no safety over the top. But I almost wonder if Morton knew that was coming because all 3 of their safeties went to the far side of the field.
But you know what? We executed. Luke Dyer found the guy he needed. So it didn't matter. There's a short kick from Davis. It's fielded, and they call it dead. It's kind of odd. I didn't think he fair caught that, but they called it.
Well, something happened, Dan.
Asher Van Zant, the sophomore, fields it. It's down. Bulldog defense comes back out. 48-30. Didn't think we were going to have 78 points tonight, if I'm being honest, on the board. And it's only halfway through the third quarter, Chad.
This is normally the time of night I wake up for a bio break, Dan. It's almost 11 o'clock.
Chad, who are you kidding? You're far into dream zone at this point.
Well, that's true.
You're thinking about breakfast.
Buffington checks back in after his helmet rolls on the last series. Fake to Alexander. Inside middle screen to Buffington.
Play.
Well played. There's a flag down. I think that's going to be roughing the passer.
I think it's a late hitter roughing the passer.
And Isaac Davis is still down.
Really good play call by Morton's play callers. They really took advantage again of that aggressive linebacking core. Called a middle screen. And it looks like we had a couple late hits. We got a Bulldog down too. You know what, Chad? It's a great time to take a timeout. We'll be right back here. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back on Bulldog TV.
FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
And after that shakeup, Isaac Davis goes out and Olin McIntyre checks in as quarterback. He's a junior. Snap goes to McIntyre. It's a read option. Quarterback keeper to the outside. Splits beyond him, and he's gone.
He's gone.
First play for McIntyre. He takes it to the house. Touchdown, Morton.
Wow, QB2 comes in. He just does what QB1 was doing all night. Takes it to the house. 6 points for Morton. Again, defense a little bit shaky here to start things off. And we got more cramps on the field, looks like.
We've got to pay closer attention to what's happening in the linebackers. I'm just not sure.
Well, I know who might know.
If they're stunting, or why are they out of position? Maybe Ryan Heiser has some insight down there.
He's got a field view.
I don't know if you caught the end of that last play, but our defense thought we had a tackle, and the Morton running back didn't even have the ball. So there's a little bit of misdirection out there on the field, and defense just missed a play.
Yeah. It goes to, knowing your lanes, your roles. You got to stay put, know your assignments, and they're young. They got to grow up a little, like Coach said.
Well, that's going to be a frustration point for Coach, because it's really small things that are going to drive him crazy. The whole coaching staff. But, it's a younger defense to some degree.
Kassir with another point after. Another score. 48-37. More scoring.
I'm going to have to start getting my calculator out if they score another one or two.
Well, you already took off your shoes. I saw your bare feet because you were counting your toes, I noticed earlier. I'm like, Chad, you don't have any more digits left. Like, we're over 5, 10, 15, 20. We're well over that. So I'm not taking my shoes off so you can count.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like Bulldog TV. Special shout-out to PM Preston, whoever you are, for the Bulldog TV donation.
Okay.
We appreciate that.
I feel like we need to ring a bell or something when we get a donation.
Oh.
You got a bell we can ring or something? Every time there's a donation to BTV, we should ring a bell. All right, next game. Next game. More cowbell. Who wants more cowbell?
Oh, everyone likes more cowbell.
Heck yeah. All right, Bulldogs reset. The good thing about all this scoring is our Bulldogs are doing a lot of scoring themselves. 6:11 left. Gets here to kick it. Hammer deep with Garrett. They've been going to Garrett's side all night. They do it again. Garrett's going to watch that one go out of bounds. And they've been doing that every single play. Garrett doing a nice job watching go out of bounds. Bulldog offense back on the field.
They'll start that at the 35, courtesy of the kickoff penalty.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't kick it out of bounds for free.
No, well, you're not supposed to.
Well, you can't do it for free. You
No.
get a penalty.
Officially the latest game we've ever called here in Frank Dutton Field.
All right, Chad, I'm hearing from RZ that we're having technical difficulties with our camera crew up top. Could be the weather. We'll get back on track. In the meantime, we'll keep calling the game.
Hand off to Ashby off the right tackle, it looks like, but he didn't get anywhere. Maybe one out of that. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, nothing doing there. Miles Schaefer, the junior linebacker, comes up and make a stop for the Potters.
And we've got trouble over here.
Yeah,
Hammerschmidt and Peters on the same side.
Hammer.
Safety has to watch out for Hammerschmidt.
Oh, I like him.
I was going to say he's going to lull him
Yeah.
into the center, and
Okay.
he does.
Okay, see ya.
Swats his hand like a fly.
See ya.
And takes it to the house for a Bulldog touchdown.
He said, "You're too small. You're too little."
This was so predictable. The
Yeah, you
safety's
called
over
it.
Hammerschmidt.
We
He
saw it.
comes
We said
across.
trouble.
It looks like that on
Yeah.
a small fade route. And they used him as a decoy. Brilliant call.
TP with that main character energy. Like, literally, so predictable. You saw the two threats on this side. They snuck the safety over. You got one-on-one coverage, and Luke threw a perfect ball for the touchdown.
The best part about that play was Trey just slapping the kid's hand from the 5-on.
Get off me.
It's going to be.
He snuck it through.
He snuck it in. It looked like a wounded duck.
Wow, 55 points on the board, and I think Trey's got at least 4 of them.
Oh, hey,
4
speaking
touchdowns.
of wounded duck, I think in 2 days, early season starts, Dan.
Well, I wouldn't know, but you would.
I would.
Yeah, seems like duck season. All the ponchos are out. It's a little wet.
Let's go down to Ryan Heiser, who's got us at the 20-yard line down there.
Well, you guys, I don't know if we're going to set any offensive records here tonight. I'm curious, what the Bulldog record actually is. When the boys left for halftime, we had 411 total yards of offense just in the first half. Dyer threw 349 yards.
That's got to be a record for him.
Yeah, he was incredibly efficient, 17 for 22, 0 turnovers. So a great offensive display here by our quarterback and wide receiver core. The last 2 plays, I'm guessing they picked up somewhere around 130 yards. So you add that, you're pushing 600 yards of total offense, and we're only halfway through the third quarter. So Bulldogs offense showing out tonight. We need some more defensive stops.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan, for that. I love statistics. Unfortunately, we don't get them unless someone sent them down to the field. There's going to be some laundry back there for illegal block in the back against Brock Vanderveer. Or not against, but
there's teams and individuals that would take this amount of yardage in 5 games, 6 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Ryan makes a good point.
Wow.
You want to celebrate that. That is an accomplishment. But you can't give up this many yards. The only way, when you get deeper into the season, we got some heavy competition coming up.
Boy, do we.
You're going to have to shut those guys down on defense.
Highland on the road next week. Speaking of, perennial playoff team. It's a long drive down there. It's going to be a huge test. Then we come back. We got Sycamore. Sycamore is a powerhouse team from up north. But let's just finish tonight. We'll make adjustments. We still got time to learn tonight on the defensive end. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. And the great thing about first game, you don't know what this Morton team's going to end up either. They might be world beaters.
Well, we've got a new quarterback in there. I think it's Silas Steffen. And it's an end around to Alexander. Missed tackle 1, 2, and they finally sculpt him down. Yeah, I think that's going to be a face mask. That came in really late at the tackle was happening. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that was, for the record, that was Isaac Davis that's back in, the sophomore quarterback.
Is he?
No. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Number 12.
I missed the call there, but
Goes
they're
against the
walking
Dogs.
it off. 15, that had to have been a face mask. Yeah, you bring up, Dan, so next week, September 6th, we got Highland Bulldogs also. September 13th, Sycamore Spartans, that's at home. Home again against Charleston, then we're on the road for the next 3 games back here.
Apollo Conference.
October 18th against
Circle
Mattoon.
that Mount Zion game, but let's talk about this game right now.
Well, Isaac Davis is back in. Pressure from the I can't even speak right now, but how he didn't get,
Davis.
Ethan Esker did not get a penalty for hitting him out of bounds is beyond me.
Well, and again, Isaac Davis does a great job of eluding the pressure that we're applying on him. He always gets out of it.
He has no panic in him.
Nope. He gets out of it, takes his time. Sophomore. He's got a good future ahead of him. Let's see if we can get a stop here. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Matt Sanders comes off. Alexander comes in. Read option, quarterback keeper. No, it isn't. It fooled me even.
Yeah, didn't fool the defense. Didn't fool
sure
Brock
didn't.
Vanderveer, that's for sure. Brock comes up, makes a great play. And Caleb Collins, too, coming in. And that rover position comes in. 2 of them. They weren't fooled that time. Brings up 3rd and 9.
J.J. Barnes sets up in the slot position.
Vanderveer showing pressure.
Roll out from the quarterback. It's tipped. And there's flag.
Yeah.
That's going to be pass interference. He grabs him on the way down.
Yep, didn't need that. Didn't need that because you had good coverage. You're right there.
I don't think he
need to
catches
slap.
it. I don't think he catches it.
I don't either. You know, it's part of that growing up. You don't need to hack on that. Just you're the right in position. Ball's not very catchable. Another gimme for the Bulldog defense. Hands them first down on the PI.
I don't know who's going to get it, but someone this week in practice is going to get a single serve pepper.
Oh.
You know what that means?
I don't.
Well, they're
doesn't sound
going
good.
to be running some laps.
It doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good. A single serve pepper is not.
25 yards and penalties in this series for the Bulldogs.
Sure ain't sugar.
Ryan, do you happen to have any statistics on penalties for the game?
If you don't, we'll come to you when you do.
You know, I don't have any recent statistics because the Bulldogs have racked up, I think, 4 penalties here in the second half, third quarter. But when they concluded the second half, the Bulldogs had 6 penalties for a loss of 56 yards, while Morton only had 3 penalties for a loss of 15 yards. So again, the Bulldogs making a few mistakes out here tonight. It's okay. First game jitters. It's wet. It's rainy. And the offense is keeping it going. So, I'm sure Coach will make some improvements throughout the season.
Empty backfield. Quarterback is
Going
hit.
Up top. That's
over
a pick.
the top.
Oh, that's a pick for BG.
That should have been a pick there for BG.
BG wants that one back. He saw it all the way. He says, it's my bad. It's my bad. You know, he's in the right spot, though. Right spot. Just needs to complete that play.
Well, it was a little bit of duck. Defense got their fingers on it, and Isaac Davis took a lick. 3rd and 9, 3:43 to go here in the third quarter. 55-37, Bulldogs on top.
55-37. Wow.
So that's got to put Bulldogs at about 70, 75 yards in penalties, which is not going to be a good talking point for Coach. They bring the blitz. Oh, everyone in the back. That's going to be a sack.
Okay. I see you. I see you, Bo back. We talked about him early. Bo back coming through there.
Hey, look who's back.
Guess who's back?
Bo.
Bo is back. Shady's back.
Well, they brought
Big
the
play.
house that time, and it looks like I don't see what that call was from the ref. He didn't throw a flag, but he's got signals.
Yeah, what a play by Bo. Big stop for that defense. They needed that. A little confidence boost.
4th and 19.
Hammers deep. Garrett in the up back position. They're probably going to kick to Garrett's side. Snap is no good. He gets it off. Somehow gets a great punt off. BG will.
It was close. He just about got a block.
Yeah, give the kicker credit there for getting that baby off. Let's take a break, Chad. We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
All right, we're back here after a little scuffle. We're not sure what happened, but
I cannot believe these safeties are leaving Trey Peterson.
I know. Nope. They're just not.
Dang it, it's Trey Peters to stop me.
Well, he is a son.
So he's someone's son.
Well, they're sitting right below us, Darren. But no, it's just Peters.
Handoff goes to Ashby right up the center, and he'll pick up 2 for his trouble. And if you're Bulldogs, I think you're going to try to establish that run and just run this game out. Don't you, Dan?
Well, we still have a whole quarter. We got 2 minutes left in this third. We still got a strike. Score. 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 They can't stop us. But you're right. They're in that tighter package looking to run. Just single side on our side, Trey. He's going to pass.
He's going for Trey.
Too much room. It's too easy. Look at that stride. TP. What you going to do? Okay. What are you going to do with Trey Peters?
I don't know, but he did something different this time.
Let him cook. It's too easy. It's too just let them cook. Just you know what? Just let them cook, boys. It's too easy.
Let's go down to Ryan Heiser. Ryan, what are you seeing from the offensive line? It sure looks like Luke Dyer has all kinds of time back there.
You know, we talked about it in pregame. The offensive line is just they're a bunch of beasts. I mean, for high school students, I think that offensive line is pushing 1,000 pounds. You know, Colton Poulos or Metcalf Poulos. I mean, he's awesome at the left tackle position, and you got the twins in there, and then Braden Finch. I mean, we talked about him earlier, or I'm sorry, not Braden, Tyson Finch. Tyson, you know, he started as a sophomore, but he got a lot of playing time as a freshman as well. If I remember correctly, he got thrown in there towards the end of the season and played admirably as a freshman. So, offensive line is just magnificent tonight. Dyer has all kinds of time. But I have one question for you guys up in the booth.
Oh, boy.
Do you know what the definition of a DB is?
Well, it's defensive back.
No, it's a wide receiver who can't catch.
Oh, there we go.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, we missed that interception back here. But
I see what you did there.
Yeah, but we're doing well. I mean, we're seeing different personnels on the Morton's quarterback position there. I mean, you know, they're kind of going through them here late in the game, but defense is stopping them.
Yeah, I feel like you see this in third quarters over the years with an Atkins team. The third quarter usually is when
they really
we
come up.
start wearing the other team out. You start seeing it, and you're seeing it in this game.
And I really thought that Morton would run the ball so much that Bulldogs would be the ones getting worn out.
You would think, but they just can't guard Trey Peters. He's got like 8,000 touchdowns.
I don't think it's quite that many. It's certainly a lot.
I'll find out for you. I think he's got 4 or 5. We'll find out. They just can't guard him. And that connection is so strong between Luke and Trey. You got to believe film is going to be out, and folks are going to be paying close attention going forward to that connection, which will open things up.
We're not a one-trick
no,
pony.
That's why
You
he's
got
so
Hammer
open.
over there.
You have to guard everyone in this offense. You have to
Mason
respect
Orton.
every single player. Orton, Ashby, Hammer, even Wade Manuel. Now this defense can eat. Start to get a little confidence. A little fire in their belly, as they say.
Handoff goes to, I couldn't tell. Is that number 9? I think
It was
Sheldon
Buffington. Yep, Buffington. Not much doing there. Short gain, maybe 3, maybe 4. Defense stepping forward here. You got to think they're going to look for that pass. They're going to look for a pass or a keeper again. Keeper's been good on the outside.
And safety finally shading over to Alexander's side. Looks like he wants him. He's not going to get him. Bulldogs are there. It's a duck. And it's intercepted! Intercepted by Henry. Is that, no, it's Henry Wagner, isn't
Yeah, it was Wagner.
Yes, there we go. Finally something to celebrate there.
The pick, the fumble, and the recovery. He did it all in one play. He's trying to pad them stats. He's coming over to the turnover chair. Hoist him up, boys.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, get up there,
Head.
Head.
Put the crown on.
Oh, King Henry. King Henry with the hammer. Attaboy, King Henry.
Henry the Fourth.
He trying to get a fumble recovery and a pick in one play, and he did it. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, that's just got to kick you in the teeth if you're Morton.
Well,
he really tried to force that into Alexander's hands.
Momentum has clearly shifted.
We're either going to see a quarterback keeper or another bomb because we have an empty backfield. Dyer all alone.
Speaking of bomb, Wyatt Bomb, the old quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Steps up in the pocket, feels no pressure, zips it across.
What great
minutes.
presence.
Is it intercepted?
Hey, Ty goes the receiver. Ty goes the receiver. They're going to call a pick.
There it is.
First turnover tonight, I think.
That is for first interception for Luke Dyer. I think Ryan just mentioned that a few minutes ago. Hate to see that this late in the game, especially when you have a pick on the other side.
Yep.
And the ref took a little tumble there. He didn't even have a helmet on. He dove.
No, but you didn't have to lose his helmet. You don't have a helmet.
Huh. You think they ought to?
First turnover for Dyer, but he did a great job of stepping up in the pocket. It was a 50-50 ball. He put it where he could. Hammer did his best to secure it. The other guy just made a better play. Morton takes over. They get their first turnover. Let's see if they can get something going down 62-37. They haven't scored this half, Chad.
Well, if you're Morton, you got to start airing it out at this point, don't you?
You got to do something.
Well, let's see what Isaac does. It's a quarterback keeper. Slips the linebackers, still on his feet.
Yeah, they've
Picks
had
up
success.
8 or 9.
They've had success spreading us out and taking that QB keeper up the middle. They've had a lot of success there. Henry Wagner comes up, makes a play, but that's a first down. Shout out to the Chain Gang over there doing a great job. Sean Widener, Brian Metzger, and others. Todd Metzger, I believe. Toby Willard.
And it's a reverse.
Oh, make that tackle.
Silas Steffen.
Okay, Brock. Brock finished. Brock Vanderveer on cleanup duty. Cleanup in aisle 9, Chad.
That'll be a loss of 3, bring up second down.
We got to clean up in aisle 9. Henry was there, couldn't make the play, couldn't secure it, but Brock says, I'll take care of it. I'm a janitor.
21st floor, menswear.
I'm a janitor. I got you.
Speaking of menswear, here comes Alexander out here.
Menswear. That's one thing I never thought would come up in tonight's broadcast.
I didn't either. And it does. Oh, it's blocked.
Okay.
It's blocked. It was going to Alexander.
Defense starting to flex.
Heavy pressure in the second half in the backfield.
I think that was Chase Dockham on the tip pass.
Javon Tompkins
Esker.
comes off the field.
Esker. It was Esker, actually. That
You know what that tells me?
deflection.
Javon came off. I'm looking for blitzes here.
Oh, they're going to get mobile.
They're looking for speed up front.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 12. 23 left in the third.
Drops back in shotgun formation, zips it
He's
across.
got a man.
Oh, holy Moses.
He had a man.
Yeah, that was intended for number 80, Tommy Kruppa.
And where's he been all night? That's a big target.
Well, he's
out
been
there.
on the field all night. They just haven't gone
They
to
haven't
him.
found him. 6'5", 195. Nice target. He just couldn't bring it in.
19 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's slowed down a little bit here for us. 4th and 12.
4th and 12.
Still got a lot of people out here. Appreciate you guys staying tuned.
Oh, yeah, we got lots left to play in this game.
Oh, we got a question, Dan.
What's the question?
Will the Bulldogs break 100 points?
No, they're not going to.
Dan, it's 99 right now.
Yeah, no, it's not. I've been here all night.
No, it isn't.
Good catch by Hammer. He gets to the outside. He gets taken down about the 35-yard line. No, I mean, love the enthusiasm from our viewer. But no, we're not going to get to 100 points. That would be unsportsmanlike, I feel.
I think maybe they meant, I don't know what they meant, but I meant the combined scores right now are 99.
Oh, so then yes. Yeah, because Trey Peters still has 3 more touchdowns left in him.
Well, I think so. I think they're going to go to Hammer.
Well, they got Hammer, they got Wade, they got Ashby, they got Orton, they got Dyer, they got Channing Byers, they got options, they got a great all line. They're showing off right now.
Now, speaking of Ashby, he's set up to the right of Luke Dyer. Hammer goes in motion, and it goes to Ashby on a counter.
Great blocking.
And he will mow him over, pick up 9, get out to the 44-yard line where it'll be 2nd down.
He gets 9 yards behind Noah Daniels. Noah leading the way, number 73, with a great block to get him free.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Ryan, any parting words for the third quarter?
Defense is wearing him down, or he's rattled, or what it is, but there's definitely momentum change in the game. And then the final thought here, we keep talking about all the playmakers and how potent the offense is, but we have a key playmaker still on the bench in Ray Long. And so when you start throwing Ray Long into this mix, holy cow, watch out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, really great point. I mean, Ray Long, it's a huge target. He was huge last season and a big part of this offense, and we're not even playing with him right now.
Yeah, we're basically playing with one hand tied behind our back.
Well, that's not bad. 62 points, one-handed.
And Ashby will get nothing on that, probably a loss of 1.
Yeah,
that'll bring up 2nd down.
This is when Berner's just trying to eat that clock. Let's run the clock, run some running games, try to bully him down the field now. Morton sees it coming, so that's, again, Berner's not going to do that forever. He knows he's got his weapons, and they do shade the safe. Nope, it's single man coverage. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, they're in man coverage against Hammerschmidt. He follows them in motion, and that's going to be offsides on Morton. We'll mark off 5. That'll maintain 2nd down, I believe. It will.
Braden Lamb coming in
there
on the O-line.
Lambo.
Oh, Lamborghini coming in.
Hey, Dan, you won't believe this.
I might.
It's currently 11:15 p.m., and there's 11:15 left on the fourth quarter.
Look at you.
Huh?
You're special.
Well, intended for Trey Peters. I guess he did pick it up. Looked like he scooped it off the grass, and he'll get a couple out of that.
You're just special when you do things like that.
Well, it's the little things people don't look at.
I can't even believe you're awake right now.
Well, that makes everyone in the audience.
Yeah. I know you're thinking about one thing.
A feather pillow.
A Bulldog victory.
Oh. Ashby on the carry. He'll roll across the body and get out to the 47-yard line. And that'll bring up
What are we going to do here, Chad? Going to go for this?
I think you have to.
I think you do,
and they're
too.
Going
they're
to
going
4th
quick.
and 2.
Yep, they're going quick. I like it.
He's saying, yeah, it's a miss spot. He's saying, bring it back. And the Morton guy kicks it as if to say, I can help you, ref. I don't think that's entirely legal.
I know where it goes.
Well, here we go. Call it 4th and a long 2.5. Hand off to Ashby. He's going to keep it. Still on his feet, driving.
That's
He'll get the first down to the 41-yard line.
Stumbling, bumbling, rumbling.
That's just one of those who wants it more, Dan.
It's a bully ball move. Just bullied him for the first down.
I feel like he was just bragging.
Well, we got guys like Finch leading the way, the Daniels boys, and KCP. Like, just get behind him. Let him eat.
Yeah, you know what they say, Dan.
What do they say?
Well, if it's true, it's not bragging.
It's true, not bragging. Excuse me.
2 H-backs. Hammerschmidt. Can't tell who the second one is. Trey Peters lines up in the slot. Ashby in the backfield. It's a quick pitch to Hammerschmidt on the left side. Great block. Great block, and it's going to come back because it's a holding again.
Hammer. Man, when Hammer gets to the outside, he is a tough man to bring down. Unfortunately, there's a hold.
That's going to be a 30-yard pickup that comes back.
Yeah.
And it'll end up being a -5.
I think they got Channing again. Channing's had a couple of those. He's going to have to fix that going forward. I think they got him again.
I think the coaching staff will make sure he gets that fixed this
he'll
week.
be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a senior. He's a captain. He'll be fine. But still working that clock. 10 minutes left to go in this game. Bulldogs 62 haven't given up a touchdown this half, Chad.
A little slower momentum here. Late in the third quarter. I think you're right. I think they're just going to try to milk the clock and get out of this one with the victory.
Milk and cookies would be good.
Sure looks like Hammerschmidt wants to go in motion.
Chocolate chip.
I knew it. He was twitching.
Yep.
Fake. It's a counter to Ashby.
Oh,
gets past the linebackers, and he's going to take 4 guys to get him down. Down to the 44-yard line of Morton.
Yeah, good hard run by Ashby. He got shook up on that play. Another cramp.
Little cramp.
Another crampy.
We need a pile of bananas out here for these kids.
And we also need a timeout. With that, let's take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Bulldog TV.
Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs. At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois.
Tristan Nilsson is checked in as Ashby goes off with a hot cramp. Oh, Luke Dyer escapes. He's going to tuck it and run to the outside. He's got the first down, still on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Nearly got his head taken off, but I'll tell you, I think it's the biggest improvement on the team is how poised Luke Dyer is in the pocket.
And evasive for a big boy. Like, he's a big guy. Very evasive. He doesn't get too rattled. He finds his gaps. He finds his receivers. Makes up for a lot of mistakes when you got a quarterback that stays calm.
Handoff goes to Tristan on the outside. Great block. Nearly broke it. Gets across the 20, down to about the 19-yard line. That'll bring up second down for the Bulldogs.
And by the way, Chad, that wasn't a station identification.
Oh.
It was a commercial.
Oh, I understand.
If it was station identification, we'd say this broadcast is brought to you by Bulldog TV.
You know what I like about you and Ryan Heiser? You guys always point out the things I mess up. And I can just tell right now Ryan's dying to put that microphone on down there.
Yeah, why don't we
tell me?
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. I love this part.
I mean, Chad, you give us a lot of material, that's for sure. I know it's late, and that's a big part of that. It's even past my bedtime, too. But, hey, I've got some third-quarter stats here if you guys want to hear them.
Please do.
Yes.
All right. I'm not going to lie here. They're pretty impressive for the third quarter. So throughout the first 3 quarters, the Bulldogs have 662 yards of offense. So that's 83 yards rushing and 579 yards through the air. Morton had 376 yards. So we really we held them to actually 68 yards in the third quarter. So a great showing here for the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs.
Thanks for that, Ryan. I think it would be interesting to see.
Ooh, wow, what a hit
if
there.
that broke. I mean, Baum had some really good games when he was here.
Oh, he broke a lot of records.
Did he have
He holds the school
500
record.
and some in one night?
I don't think in one night. I don't remember that. He holds the school records for a lot of things, touchdowns, yards, but I don't think he had over 500 a game. I could be wrong on that. If you know at home, chime in. But
3rd and 1.
This might be one for the books that you guys are watching tonight for Luke.
I mean, we're making history left and right. Latest game in IHSA history.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're making
breaking
that up,
records.
but
we
go
got
with it.
Jack Atkins back in the booth with us.
Record breaker.
Eating our popcorn. And that's a quick end around.
Oh,
It's gonna
good
go to
run.
Mason Orton. He's still on his feet and trips right at the goal line.
Is he
just
in?
short.
Just short. Wow.
And look how deep the offensive line is, blocking halfway in the end zone for him.
Them Daniels boys. Colton Metcalf-Poulos.
Yeah,
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. You got another one wrong.
Braden, it's not the last one tonight. Braden Lamb checks in. Love to see that.
Yeah, Lambo's been getting in there.
And Ashby's back in the backfield, where it looks like it. And it is. And
This-
it'll go to him, and
Yep.
he'll march it in for a touchdown.
And that might be the last we see of that one offense, I'm guessing. Next
Yeah,
time
I
out,
think-
we
I
might
think
see
you're-
some second units.
Yeah, it's time to give some field time to the other
Well,
boys. They're putting in the same time, right? They're here at practice.
Put them dogs in the kennel.
Well, let the big dogs eat.
Let's let the big dogs eat. And the little dogs. Go dogs.
Hey, Dan, do me a favor, just
Yes,
for
sir.
1 second. Can you give your headset to Jack Atkins?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jack.
I've got a few questions for him. We got the
First
coach's,
question better have something to do with this shirt.
coach's son in the field. In the booth. Jack, I have a question for you.
What?
You're going to go home tonight. Do you think your dad is going to be happy? Is he going to be upset? What do you think is going to happen?
Upset about what?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you live with the guy.
I think he'll be happy, you know. He hates losing to Morton, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy.
You know what he won't be happy about?
What?
That I asked you that question live on the air. But you're always welcome here.
Okay.
Give that headset back to Dan.
Okay.
You can stay in this booth as long as you want. You're one of us. Old Jack Atkins was on our football team last year.
Oh, he's a ball player.
boy.
This boy is going to be good when he
I
grows
hope
up.
I'm still breathing by the time he's in high school.
Oh, man.
We'll be calling
Playmaker.
his name.
Playmaker. Captain on the field is J.A. Bulldogs have not given up a score in the second half. I think that's the key to this half, and we keep on scoring. Jackson Davis kicks it. It's a short kick. Buffington fields it. Nice little return up to the 40. Bulldogs surround him there. They'll take over there. Let's see if we can keep this goose egg for the second half in line. Excuse me. Are we going to make midnight?
100% we are. It's 11:25. There's 6 minutes left, and that's 6. Those are not 6 natural minutes. That'll turn into 30. We got the Coach Atkins interview.
Man, we're gonna hit tomorrow.
We might as well just fire up the bacon and eggs. You got any sourdough toast with you, Jack? No.
You know, no, I'm not even gonna say
No.
it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not giving you that.
Dan.
Oh, go. Just get it out of your system.
Hey.
Yes.
If we had some bacon.
Yeah, what would we?
We could have some bacon and eggs if we had some eggs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. Thank you for that. Oh, hold on. Jack has something to say real quick.
Chad.
Yes, sir.
$20 that we scored 70 points.
Well, I'm not a betting man, but I think you're probably right. I've got 4 kids of my own, so that means I have no money to bet. but I think you're probably right. I'll tell you what. I'll do 5 push-ups, which is a big feat for me during flag football if you're right. Otherwise, you're running 20 laps.
Fine.
As the
And
kids
with
say,
that,
bet. So we'll
Morton
see.
picks up 3 or 4 on that.
Yeah, if you're
Oh, it's official. We shook on it.
Yep. Nope. It's bet. So there are some new faces out there. I see. Who is he? Cade Harrell on the near side playing corner. BG's in there. He's been in there all game. We got Caleb Collins in there. Some new faces, some old faces, as they say.
Looks like the running back. It looks like it's Vian Sims. I know I'm probably mispronouncing that. I got to say something, Dan. I'm not getting paid to say this.
Okay.
I have no reason to say this other than just utter appreciation.
Do it.
I just lost it.
Wow.
That is terrible.
Folks, that's what happens when you get old.
And also nearly midnight.
Wow. That got
is absolutely
short-term memory
terrible.
loss up here in the booth, but we're not losing our memory about the score. It's
I know what I was going to
69-37.
say.
What a sack. Hold on before you say that.
Whoa.
What a takedown by number 32, Noah Frank.
Holy smokes, he paid for that one.
Sack attack. So did you lose it again?
Nope.
Okay.
Cade Harrell.
Yep. Number 5.
Has one of the most
I know what you're going to say.
amazing commitments to yard service that I've ever seen. He mows it like a golf course.
No one has better lines.
Nobody.
Nobody I know has
I'm
better
not getting the
lines.
dime to say that.
Nope, I'm total agreement. If you need some help. Oh, almost a block.
Almost a block.
Hammer will field it. He does.
Well, he
dicey
dropped
there.
it and got it back.
But you're right. Cade throws down some lines. It's like a golf course.
I already said that once.
Well, it's like Wrigley Field style.
Let's go down to Heiser. I have a question for him.
What do you got, Chad?
Well, so we expect to see second team come in. How much runway as a coach are you giving them in the mistakes category?
Well, I mean, I think you have a large enough margin here, 32-point lead with 4 minutes left. I got to believe they're going to run the ball. That's going to burn the clock down. I'd like to give a shout-out and recognize quarterback Luke Dyer. Unofficially, I think he finished the game with 593 passing yards. I was hoping to come out and see him throw one more ball and pick up over 600 yards. So very impressive night for Luke Dyer. So good job to him. But Bulldogs off to the run, just as I expected.
Tristan with a runoff.
Jack, I feel good about these push-ups.
Now we're just flexing.
Tristan Nilsson trying to give you push-ups.
Well, I didn't say I was going to do all 5 push-ups in one game. I can stretch them out throughout the season.
Oh, you getting that
The
evil
devil
eye.
is in the details, Jack.
He's getting that
Remember
evil
that?
eye from Jay. 4 minutes left, folks, and it's almost midnight. If you're still with us, we love you for it. I would have left probably a quarter ago because
I'd have
we're
left right at
pretty
kickoff listening to us.
terrible at this point.
Tristan Nilsson in the back. So is Ryan Pruitt at quarterback running the ship.
QB2.
And goes to Nilsson again, and he'll pick up 4 or 5 for his troubles.
Yeah, like we predicted, a lot of new faces out there. Love to see that QB2 Ryan Pruitt. He's the heir apparent.
Ooh.
You got to assume when Luke graduates, Ryan will be a senior next year. So getting a little preview maybe of what's to come. A lot of other faces out there. Can't quite get the numbers, though, because I'm terrible at this with my
Well, it's because you
bad
got
eyes.
old eyes.
I do. We know Tristan Nelson's in there.
Oh, fumble on the play.
Fumble
And
recovered by the Potters.
The Potters are going to pick that one up.
That doesn't look good for Jack.
Let's see.
Yeah, a little mishandle on the.
And they will take it over.
Yep.
And just like that, Coach doesn't seem too awful bothered, as Ryan rightly called it. 2:57 to go in this game, all but over, 69-37.
Jason Johnson, Joe Roller, I saw them in there. Trying to get some of them names in there, Coach Chad.
You can call me Coach.
Corey Bell coming off the field. I see Jack Jessup in there playing deep. I see Justin Verona. Justice Verona. I see Talon Decker at linebacker.
Oh, and it's a high snap.
High snap.
And he'll recover it at the 4-yard line.
I see
It's Nolan McIntyre's back in at quarterback.
Slayton Deck applying all kinds of pressure on that high snap. Luke Boo's in there. Oh, you know who? One of your favorite players.
Tell me.
Look, you can tell he's the biggest one out there.
Oh,
Number
yes.
75.
Yeah, old Vance.
6'8",
Vance.
305. Vance Clark is in the game, folks. And if you are wanting something to watch
He
this.
just absolutely lifted that guy
Oh,
up
my.
and slammed him.
He is a specimen. 75, playing right in the middle of the line. Check him out. 6'8", 305. You can't miss him.
No.
Linebacker, we've got Dylan Derrickson in there, number 44 also. Number 19, Grant Arbuckle. I see him out there in the D-line.
That's an option. Quarterback's
Van.
going to keep it, and he'll get, I don't know, 2, 3 on that.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back, 5 or 6. It's going to bring up, I think it's 4th down. Yeah, there it is. 4th down, 4th and 2. You got to think they just have to go for this for pride,
Yeah,
don't you?
Why not? 1:34 left. Time's a ticking. They're gonna punt it. Yeah, they're gonna punt it, Chad. They don't want to give the ball over here.
You know, I wish sometimes you'd just agree with me and stop being a no.
Well, I mean,
hey, 1:17 to go. Stick around after, if you dare. We're gonna have the Coach Atkins post-game show.
yes, sir. That is correct.
That'll
Heisey.
happen right up here in the booth.
And they're going to let that bounce. It's fielded right there at the
I thought I saw a
48.
flag. Yeah, there it is.
56 seconds left. Bulldogs didn't give up a score in the second half, and they scored plenty more. They got to 69. 69-37 is your score. Next week, on the road to Highland. Long trip. They're just Metro East St. Louis, Chad. A lot like us.
That's going to be a tough game.
Going to be a tough haul. They look a lot like us from a program perspective. They're winning program. Play some good football down there in Highland, and they're going to be ready for us.
Well, I'll tell you what I like about this year's schedule, and we didn't have a Coach Atkins show this week, but coming out with tough competition early in the season,
Pays
prepare
off.
them for later.
It pays off
in
in
hopes
the
to get into
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yep, a long way to go till we get in the playoffs, of course, but sure helps when you start out 1-0. Only need 6 to get in. After that, you're playing for seeds. So the more you get, the better your seeds, the better your path, as we've learned over the years. And shout out to this coaching staff. I mean, they've got this thing churning. A couple back-to-back 11-1 seasons, then last year a 7-3 season. This year, just keep reloading, keep rolling along.
Hey, I want to just give a quick shout out to the whole crew here. Dan, we've got, of course, our favorite, Ryan Ziegler.
Yes, sir.
Affectionately called Cletus.
RZ.
Simon Alexander. Appreciate Nick. Gosh dang it. I do that every time.
It's Simon
you know
Anderson.
why?
You're thinking about Alexander's
It's this time
Steakhouse.
of year, I talk to Simon Alexander. He lives in the UK. I talk to him this time of year, and every time I do that.
Yep, sounds like excuses.
But it's
to me.
Anderson. It's Simon Anderson. Guys up top running the cameras. Thanks to Nick DiFilippo for putting up with us and allowing us, by unpopular vote, to come back here. And
Yeah.
clock is running, and that'll pretty much take us out. Final score is going to be 69-37 for a Bulldog win. Home opener, Frank Duttonfield. Hey, stick around. We'll have Coach Atkins in here in a few minutes for the postgame. We'll be back after this.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
Can't leave yet. Did you turn off the camera? You gotta leave it on.
It's like I know the headphone.
Coach has great team with strength. It's ours victory.
No,
not till.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Hey, welcome back here. We're just waiting for Coach Atkins to come on up here. He's being monopolized by the news right now, but he'll be up here in just about 1 minute. Stay with us, and we'll be back with you.
One.
Well, Coach,
Yeah, we just started.
welcome up to the booth for the first time this year. Opening game, I was a little disappointed in one thing.
Yeah.
Collectively,
Yeah.
there's only 99 points on the goal.
Well, you're only disappointed in one thing. I'm disappointed in a few.
I know.
But
We're going to get to that in just
Okay.
a second.
All right.
First of all, congratulations on the win. We could tell just by watching your body language there were some things that were frustrating you. Mainly, although not exclusive to, but defense gave us some fits tonight. Talk about that and what you were seeing and what adjustments you guys were trying to make.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. We told them several times we got to finish. You know, couple third downs, couple fourth downs that we gave up. Couple tackles in the backfield for loss that he scrambles out of and makes a play. Right, first down. We just gave up too many of those type of mistakes defensively in the first half. But you know me, I always got to find the positive, right? I am so proud of the way our young kids grew up.
Yeah.
I talked to Ryan about that at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
We had to grow up, and our defensive coaching staff, the adjustments they made, and then the way that our kids responded and came out, one score in the second half there. We're starting to grow up. We're starting to figure it out. So I was really proud of that answer, if you will.
Let's talk about some positives and the obvious. We don't have the stats. We had some stats in the third quarter, but we certainly don't have the final stats. But there has to be a record broken tonight for yards.
You know,
there has to be.
I would think so too. Shout out to Dan Ryan and Big
Wow.
Riz and Ben Davis and the crew down there doing the stats. We appreciate that. But yeah, I can't wait to see it. If it's not, I would be shocked. But again, it couldn't have happened to two better kids. I just got done telling the newspaper I'm so proud of the way they played, but more importantly, I'm proud of who they are as people and the way that they lead our team. You couldn't find two better kids than those two captains. You know, I use the saying all the time, right? Like those are the kids you'd let date your daughter.
Yep, right.
You know, and obviously she's too young, but you get the analogy there. They're incredible human beings, and I'm so happy that they got that success tonight.
And they look like seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poised seniors.
Yeah. And unofficially, it sounded like there was in the neighborhood of 599 passing yards, which is ridiculous. The one thing that stood out to me, and we don't have time to go through 22 players on both sides, but a couple of things that we saw that stood out to me. First of all, the O-line protecting Dyer was unbelievable. Fantastic.
I don't know if he even got sacked tonight.
I don't think he got touched.
No.
It was.
And that's the other, that kind of leads me into the second one, which is he has grown up so much since last year. His poise in the pocket, he just wasn't getting flustered.
No doubt.
He had one duck that turned into an interception, but that was a one-off. He's got pressure, but the line is keeping that
pocket.
Golly, the pocket. Midnight. And he just it was just really impressive.
It was. You know, shout out to those offensive line guys and Coach Sievers and the work that he does with them. Again, we felt good about returning all those guys But then what they were able to put on display, I think, showed everybody else what we see on a daily basis. And even to take it a step further, yeah, Lucas had a bunch of time, but some of the running lanes that they were creating for Cade Ashby, and I'm going to talk about Cade for a little bit too, because I don't think he got enough credit for tonight. And I told him at halftime, those 3 and 4 yards and him always falling forward, that right there is exactly what we need out of him, to keep the defense honest, to pick up those first downs, and then to help pass protect as well. And Cade was awesome tonight. You saw Tristan when Tristan got in and got his shot. Tristan can fly, man. I'm incredibly proud of our offense as a whole. They did exactly what we expected them to do. And then, like I said, we shored up some things. We grew up defensively, which we knew. Yeah. We knew coming into this that we were going to have some growing pains. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm incredibly proud of how fast they grew up and then the way that they responded.
And let's talk defense real quick, positive side. A couple names that we didn't expect to talk about tonight. Bo Back. Talk about how he stepped up.
I mean, there's no question. So Bo got put in the starting lineup on Thursday, maybe Wednesday night of this week, kind of thrown into the fire there. And then was a rotational guy, and shout out to Mike Berner. He was actually the one that made this call on the 3rd and long there where Bo had that big tackle for a loss. He said, hey, throw Bo out there, get some more pressure. Let's get Javon a breather, and what a great play that was. Again, kind of slowed down their momentum when we were back and forth there for a little bit to start the second half. But that was a big play, again, for him to step up as a sophomore. I could go on. Paxton O'Malley stepped up for a sophomore, right? So we had guys continuing to do their job, and some of the things we don't talk about is the special teams, right? Some of those sophomores that were out there as well. Just incredibly proud of our team. Again, I told them they battled through adversity all week long, whether it was the change in the schedule, us going in the mornings, us having to sit in there and wait for over 2.5 hours, right? So our kids, and you could tell it, we were a senior-led team. Our leadership was great throughout this entire adversity, that when adversity struck there and it was back and forth, our kids didn't bat an eye. They didn't flinch. They stayed calm, cool, and collected. Like I said, we got those adjustments made. We adapted and overcame, and I'm proud of our kids.
Awesome. You said it 2 weeks ago when we met with you. There at the time, actually 3 weeks ago now, but at the time there was some question marks on the defense and in certain positions. And you said, we're going to have to outscore people. We're going to have to put up some big numbers. What does a game like this do to prepare you for going on the road to a big game next week?
Yeah, it's a huge game next week. On the road, 2.5 hours against a great Highland team. Their place, hostile environment. I mean, it's going to be fun. I'm excited for the opportunity to face a great program like that. But you're exactly right. We got to shore a lot of things up on that side. Coach Warnicki does a great job with his offense, and they're high-powered, and we don't want any more of these shootouts, right? That's going to give me a heart attack. I know I'm going to die of a heart attack, but not now, right? We got to slow that down a little bit.
We got to get through the season.
So let's get some stops. We got to shore some things up defensively. But again, I think we got the first initial shock out of the way, and our kids did settle down. And like I said, I felt like we played really good football in the second half.
You said it at half with Ryan. You got to grow up a little bit. You grew up a lot. You only gave up 7.
And this is not only the first game, but it's got to be the latest game you've ever played.
Oh, no question. I was in a lightning delay one game in Florida, and remember they're an hour ahead, and I think we got over at like 10:45 or 11. So
we're setting all kinds of
Another
records.
record.
I never seen anything like this. But again, hats off to our administration and Morton for wanting to get this game in, and then our fans, man. I'm telling you what, it's 11:50, and we had a good crowd there.
Great student
cheered
section.
us on. The student section was awesome. Overall, I'm proud of our kids, happy for our program, and happy for our community. Honored Coach Dutton tonight, got him a win. I just told the paper, hopefully Coach is looking down and he's proud of what he saw. I'm sure he's probably not proud of that first half defense, but I think he's proud of the second half and the way we finished and hopefully the final outcomes. So.
Well, Coach, we're always grateful for your time. That'll wrap up the Coach Atkins post game. Tune in to whoever.
2 weeks from now, we got Sycamore at home.
We'll be Sycamore.
Go get Highland.
We'll be doing this again.
Sir.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, and that's a wrap here from Bulldog TV.